This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
All right.
It just started up on my screen with you putting chapstick on.
Yeah, I was going to say, the way you put chapstick on is so
Sexual.
odd.
I'm a
really,
little
really hot.
I'm a little aroused. I got to be honest with you. I think it's the beer talking, but
Oh, shit. I just broke my...
Yeah,
Hi,
buddies.
Broken.
why does it have chapstick all over?
Oh, it's WD-40 here.
Sure.
All right.
What a show.
Welcome, everyone, to quite possibly my favorite show of every year. The Dead Radio Podcast, Mas Spectacular 4. And it's official.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad Part 1.
Breaking
No,
Bad Part 1.
Breaking Dawn Part
Breaking
1,
Dawn Part-
dumbass.
Wait, did I write Break? Oh, I
You
said
said
Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Bad.
God, I'm terrible at this job.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible, horrible person.
So the name of this episode is
Why don't you do it?
Dead Radio Podcast, Mas Spectacular 4, Breaking Dawn Part 1, featuring Pitch Black Sunrise.
Oof, that's a lot. That is a lot.
I'll take it.
It's a full sentence.
I'll take it.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, we are here. And for anybody joining us that doesn't know the deal, every year, right through the intro, you see that?
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, anybody first listening to us, every year we do a Mas Spectacular, keeping Christ
wasn't
out of
fast.
Christmas.
That was almost as bad as the stuttering
The
thing.
stuttering, muttering prick. I wasn't fast.
That wasn't
enough.
that bad, though.
No, I know.
It was close.
But it would have been
It's
funny
close.
if I did it.
Yeah, so we do our best to keep Christ out of Christmas every year. Try to hold the show on the solstice, which we have
Yes.
successfly done this year. Did we do it last year?
I think we did it
we
last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Last year was Peter Gilmore was here.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Peter and Andy.
And Andy Reid.
And the year before was Peter again. And the year before that, I don't know what we did.
No, we didn't have Peter on the year before that.
He was on twice.
He's been on twice, but the other one was just an interview.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Excuse me.
We have done 4 of the. Have we done? It's
We've
gonna
done
be
4.
funny. It's gonna be 4.
Yeah.
The first one was with Ryan. The second one
Yes.
was with.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
That was The Reckoning.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're here with Pitch Black Sunrise, at least 2/3 of them. The last time, so we have Nick Magro, bass
Hey.
player,
Good evening.
and Ryan, don't remember your last name.
Manning.
With he's the newest drummer. No more Edgar Allan Poe.
No. Rob had to leave. It was.
I mean, do we? Is it mutual or everybody?
No,
cool?
it was no. Everybody's very cool. He actually pulled himself out of the band. He had a lot of his own responsibilities. He runs his own business.
Yeah, and I knew
and
that.
it got to be too much between the band and that, and he felt that he wasn't able to give to us what we needed out of a drummer and out of the band and so forth. So he left, and we had said to him, well, we can try and work it out, whatever, because we enjoyed having him in the band. He was a very talented guy. But unfortunately, he was like, look, I have to do it. So we said, okay, we understood, and we're still all great friends, as far as I know. No, we are. And we put out the usual, Craigslist and this and that, and I looked at Sean and I was like, "Are you ready for this insanity that we're gonna have to go through?" Because you've been in a band. Adam, have you been in a band or no?
No.
Okay,
no,
so
I don't
but
play
Ryan,
music.
you know what the deal? Looking for band members and going through that and the auditioning and. Once again, we go and we went to this guy's house because he was insistent on auditioning at his house. And he had 2 weeks to learn 3 or 4 songs that I had sent him. And not that our songs are it's not like we're Dream Theater. Our songs are pretty straightforward. It shouldn't be that difficult to at least learn enough of it to get through it. This guy didn't learn a single fucking note of anything. And I'm like, dude, really? Why people just waste your time,
Yeah.
So Ryan finally got in touch with us through, I think it was Craigslist, right?
Yeah, it was.
And I said, okay,
Get right
here.
on that mic.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Before we get too far down,
I'm
you got to
too
go
close?
right up. No,
Right up there.
you're good. You got to
Oh,
get
okay.
right up to the mic.
Okay.
So, but you can bring it all the way to you if
Yeah.
you want to be back here.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're fancy. We
Yeah,
have
you
mic
got-
arms.
about an inch away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ryan got in touch with us. I said, okay, I sent him the stuff. We set a date. He came down, and I swear to God, no bullshit. His first audition, we could have played live.
Oh, wow.
He really knocked everything out of the park. I looked at Sean. Sean looked at me, and we were like, dude, So we had him back for a second just to make sure, because sometimes it's a fluke, like, wow, the guy was great. Then he comes back, and oh my God, where's the guy that was here last week? And no, Ryan, he had gotten even better on the stuff that we had given him. I gave him 1 or 2 newer ones, and he nailed those. And that was it. Second audition or whatever. I was like, dude, you got the job, man. You're in. And then we hit the ground
And
running.
your first performance was at Creator Fest?
Was that Creator Fest?
Yes, that was the
Literally,
first show.
Ryan
That was the
joined the
first show.
band, I think, a week before that? I think you were officially in.
Pretty much. yeah.
And boom, we hit Creator Fest.
It was
Yeah.
great. It was
Yeah.
great.
And I got shocked by the mic. It rained like fucking
Oh my God.
biblical. It was.
Did you
Yeah.
really get shocked?
I got
I didn't know
shocked by the
that.
mic. The new cable that I bought shit the
Shit-
bed on
shit the
me.
bed,
Ryan came to my aid as the great stagehand that he is and switched cables for me. And then when I went to step on my wah pedal during one of the songs, I slipped and almost busted my ass in the grass. But other than that, it was a great show. It was,
I found out why you got electrocuted.
yeah.
It was all the mics were fine. I was like, what the hell was that? Why was that doing that? The phantom power got bumped.
Ah, okay. I thought just God hated me, but
No.
nah, that's fine.
So the phantom power got bumped on your mic, so that's probably why it was coming through.
Right.
I-
Who
I think
was
I hope.
was Logan near the board? Because I could see him doing some shit like that.
Dude, it was
So-
such a tornado of fucking just throwing shit together that day.
I had a
that-
blast. Honestly,
Yeah.
it was a good time. So
I mean, it rained all day, but it did not rain like it rained at Hope Rocks.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, I heard about that.
We never even got around to posting any of that shit.
No.
I heard.
Oh,
it-
there you go. You can put up my interview with that band, and that'll be that extra episode
Yeah,
because
perfect.
we never put it up.
Nice.
But yeah, that one. I mean, there was 4 feet of water in the basement of the building that we were like camped out in to keep
Yeah.
from.
Much like the
Yeah.
studio right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's been raining, but it's a beautiful day.
yeah.
A beautiful first day of
66
winter.
degrees.
66
Yeah.
degrees.
On the
and
winter solstice.
fucking pouring. But we're gathered here today to talk about
How
this.
Jesus probably wasn't real.
Yeah, and
how
how
if
everybody's
you
got the
wanna-
dates
if you want
wrong.
to celebrate Christmas,
I completely fell
Just-
into the absolute right
yeah,
show to be on tonight.
just-
I was like,
it's all about Santa and consumerism. That's what we're about in this show.
Yep.
Yeah.
These
Not really. You should make gifts for everyone.
Oh.
That's what I did.
speaking of gifts,
Hmm?
that makes a good segue.
Oh.
I once again brought new swag from the last
Yay.
swag that I brought.
Hey, we love
So I know-
swag here because we wear it proudly.
I have my
You wear yours pretty
I have
consistently on the show.
my Five Below bag.
Oh, yeah.
Five Below. Shop Smart. Shop
I do my
Five
best to
Below.
wear the band T-shirts.
Did you
and
You
catch
do.
that?
Shop Smart, Shop S Smart. Yeah.
So I know you were excited about this. Finally,
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
the EP, guys. There you go.
Oh, we got to put the hand in the middle.
Yeah. And the new die cut.
Yay.
Like look at that.
I don't
have my
Fancy,
boosted
fancy.
board here.
Solid stickers.
And
These are
these-
nice.
These are the new logo, new T-shirts for you guys. Thank you.
Sweet.
Always. Thank
Thank you.
And a medium for the kid.
Yeah. Well, I was, I messaged him. I was like, "Yo, what sizes do you guys wear?" And I feel bad because I didn't.
No, you didn't.
No
know I
one
was
told
coming.
me. Yeah, no one told
We
me.
decided
That,
I'm
yesterday.
here for a
Uh-huh.
specific reason.
Ah, yes, Amy's here as well.
Yes.
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Is the
Okay.
show has the show fallen off so much that she's like one of the sitcoms when they bring in the cousin from Milwaukee to save the last season?
No,
Is that what's going on? Like
she is.
what was
here
that kid's
because-
name on the Brady Bunch when they brought him in? The little
Oh,
blonde
God.
kid. You know what I mean? Like they bring him in. Now you know the show's going out the window.
Tiger. Wasn't his name Tiger? Or
That was
some
the
shit?
dog.
All right, whatever.
Nice. The Hand of Saruman. That is bad.
I like your pronunciation on that.
Dude,
The Hand of Saruman.
I'm from Yonkers, and I had a public education in the 70s, all right? I'm a fucking idiot, all right? Come on.
The Hand of Sermon.
The Hand of Saruman.
Meanwhile, everybody's like Sodomon. You even roll the R's and everything. All the geeks roll the R's. I roll the R's. Fuck it. Yeah. So my first question, always to our guests on the Moss Spectacular, is: what are your holidays like? How do you celebrate this awful time of year, where everybody is kind to each other because it's Christmas and no other reason?
Well, the old...
We're getting tipped out at the shop. People are like, "Here you go, it's Christmas." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Where were you? Where were you in February, motherfucker?
Yeah,
when I'm
that's when I
starving,
really need money.
When my ass cheeks are clamped together to try and pay the fucking mortgage."
Well, in fairness, though, some of the pictures you put up of what people are tipping you, where are these people coming from? They're giving you like...
Nepalese
like,
coins.
Oh yeah. I stopped like
40 pence in a guinea. Like what are you getting?
I
Where do
think
you
it's-
work?
I think
It's like you're a longshoreman or something. Like what the fuck?
It's because it's right by Vassar, and there are a lot of international students.
Okay,
but I mean,
but you
like,
can-
why is that in their pocket?
Yeah, like
yeah. But well, I mean, I used to get a lot of.
you had a subway token with a piece of string tied to it. I mean, what is
Yeah.
that?
got
So
the-
he's
the
talking about on Instagram.
On Instagram,
Yeah.
I have useless tips from garbage people.
It's like a
hashtag.
series.
Which
Yeah.
stopped abruptly because I got the last one I got. I actually really liked because it was like a Nordic. It was like a Norwegian coin. It had this cool like square hole in the center, and it had really nice. It looked really nice.
That's
And I was
cool.
Actually, I remember
That's
that.
Fuck,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's better than money.
yeah.
yeah. That's the gift that keeps on giving, Eddie.
But ever since then, it's totally stopped. And I don't know if I've shamed everybody.
Probably not.
Probably
I mean,
not.
You don't have a lot of followers.
I don't have. No, I have
It's like
maybe
16.
Yeah.
This is
So-
this is Ryan's personal account. So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is Dead Radio Ryan
Yes.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to check out his series,
Yeah, and
his photography series called "Useless Tips from
Garbage
People."
Yeah.
It
it's
is pretty
good
awesome.
stuff.
You should,
Yeah.
you should
So,
check.
and I usually
Yeah.
like put something
You
like
should make some comments on his dry skin too.
Yeah.
Because it's always
Yeah.
a picture of his hand,
There's so-
and it
the
looks like an
lines are so deep.
84-year-old man's
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, look, I got it
Yeah.
really bad because it's just like I'm working at
You
the
know, they
shop
make
all day.
they make
But I
moisturizer.
That makes
mean,
no sense.
like-
Look at
Well,
I mean,
I'm-
my hands look kind of gross too. I
look
guess
a little closer.
I look pretty old.
Look a little closer.
No. I was just
For the
thinking. It
record.
always makes me think of Ren and Stimpy when he's like
These hands, the greatest episode. I think that was the first episode.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what we're talking
Oh,
about?
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Where he
Oh,
goes
yeah.
insane and he builds a Stimpy mobile. Oh my god, that might be the best bit
like
of
the s-
cartoon comedy.
I like
ever.
the Space Madness one. That's like my favorite.
Oh, yeah,
one.
Space
Thrilling headgear. It's like,
No,
come
I
on,
like-
it's like, you know what I mean? Like that's.
My
you know.
favorite's the Beaver Fever one.
Remember when he's floating around in just the
Yeah.
bath water, and then he starts eating the soap, because it's like, Ren, you're talking crazy. You know, and it's like, dude, that episode is like that's
Pretty
my
good impression.
favorite. You know.
Yeah. Any millennials listening, check out this show.
Yeah.
Check it out. Don't
Check out
watch
Ren
the
and
MTV reboot. Do not watch that. It's stupid.
It was pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they confirmed that they're gay, which is very weird.
It's not that it's weird.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
He
that
goes-
like-
Wait,
he
why
goes-
does everybody have to all of a sudden be confirmed? Now, and
Yeah.
a disclaimer: I have no issues with anybody's sexuality, but
what made
why
it
does everybody
funny
all of a
and
sudden?
tongue in cheek was that they
You didn't
know. Like it was
Like,
a weird thing.
why
you
does it
knew,
matter?
But you knew, but you didn't know,
Yeah.
and but that's why it was so great.
I mean, Bert and Ernie, I get. We've known that forever.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a given.
But I also
you know,
like.
that was a
But the
given.
thing is, did they confirm that now?
That has been
Well,
confirmed
because
on
the
Sesame
person
Street.
who
yes.
the person who originally invented the characters said they're puppets. They don't have sex.
How do you
That
know?
was the
You don't know what
official-
goes on when you put
but
them in
that
a
guy's
box.
no longer with Sesame Street.
I don't know.
And they just decided to take this stance now. It's
Yeah.
bullshit. So
They're-
no, that's not the case.
They're just not using the
Yeah.
right puppets. I
Yeah.
think that's the
Yeah,
problem.
that's it.
But he seriously, he finally came out and just said, this was 15 years ago. He said, it's a children's show and they're puppets. They don't have sex. They don't do any of those things.
Yes.
Well, you know what?
There are also no characters on the show that say, yeah, I fuck chicks. There aren't.
Wow.
Well,
that
he
beat.
didn't-
That
he
beat.
didn't say that.
No,
I
no,
was
but that
ad-libbing.
beat what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I'm not. I'm
Imagine the size of Big Bird's fucking dong.
How do you?
It's probably not very
Thing's like-
big.
It's just
No,
like
he's a bird.
flunk.
He's a
Wait,
bird.
he probably
Wow.
has a spiral penis like a
Yeah,
duck.
he's a spiral penis like a duck.
It's a really big spiral
Yeah.
penis.
Ducks have spiral penises.
Actually, I mean,
Please
it depends on what
don't.
kind
Come
of.
on.
Please don't make Ryan.
Ducks
look
are one of the.
over
Ducks are one of the
They're
few.
horrifying.
No,
I still
ducks
haven't
are
even
one
answered
of
the original
few
question.
birds
Yes.
that
Which
actually
is
have a
great.
penis.
Don't no.
With this
Oh, yeah,
OCD non-medicated
No,
show
you
that
got to
I'm
see
on.
this. This is crazy because most birds don't have penises.
Okay.
They have cloacas and they just kind of mush them together.
They have
Nice.
what?
Do that
A
again.
cloaca.
Cloaca.
Yeah, it's like a. It's like a. It looks like
It's
a.
where they piss, shit, and
Yeah.
fuck through.
It looks like a piece
that's
of.
sanitary.
Yeah, but a duck is one of the few. Yeah, there you go.
Oh!
Can we please fucking
Now we know
order
why
that?
it's called a
We
corkscrew.
need that.
That's a duck corkscrew. I want that very badly.
Yeah, we need to get that.
yeah,
anyone
here's-
who wants to buy Ryan a
oh,
Christmas
come
present,
on.
Yeah, so that's what.
duck corkscrew. So
That looks like a
we
really,
were-
really
we were
fast
talking
sperm.
we were talking about this, and that do you remember when some dumbass politician said that women, when they're being raped, have the ability to shut those things down?
Yes, I actually do
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
That's how this came to light because we were talking about I don't remember what the fuck we were
Because
talking
the
about, but that was
spiral in the
yeah,
female duck is like
I
their
know, I'm
vagina. Yeah.
getting to it.
Okay, fine.
We were
Give me a-
talking about that, and
Yes.
then the guest, whoever we had
it was
on,
Joe.
It was Joe.
Because he read the Gawker article that said the only animal that actually can shut that shit down is a female duck because they have the ability to invert their vagina to have it corkscrew the opposite way so that even if they get raped, it doesn't go in there.
Yes, Senator, there was a lot of
He's just
rape in the
poking
duck
nothing.
community.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
Ducks-
lot. No,
ducks
there
just
is.
raping
There
ducks.
is. That's absolutely. You're 100% correct. It's happening all the time.
Yeah, I've
and
seen
that's
it.
why they evolved.
So what is it like a really
Are you writing duck rape?
a really greasy looking duck with a
not using
switchblade
that.
that's like, hey, nice
Dude,
neck ring. Like
seriously,
what the
it's-
fuck? Like how
it's-
does that?
I don't remember the exact numbers,
Can I
but it
just-
was a staggering.
Can we get back to
staggering-
Christmas?
It was a staggering percentage.
Trying.
It was a staggering percentage.
You can't
of
with Adam.
Duck intercourse was rape. It was like most of it.
You're fucking with me, right?
No,
Dude,
I'm
come
not.
on.
You can look
Adam.
all of this. Do you think something's going to evolve a penis like that if it didn't need to?
We talked about this for half an hour.
Yeah. I mean, we can move on, but it's true, and you should look it up.
I don't-
and
It's an
watch a
old-
YouTube video of and also it's not just like that. It actually shoots out. It goes like a rubber band. Like if I shot a rubber band
It's
at
an-
your face, that's what it's
I'm
like.
not going to sleep tonight.
It's an
Yeah.
old
I'm not-
episode.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to sleep tonight.
It was with Joe. It was a
Oh,
very
hey,
long
you're,
time
you're
ago.
you're a hunter. You don't know
Yeah,
any of this?
I didn't know this. I've already learned so
Yeah.
much by
There you
coming
go.
on here. It's amazing.
It's also a
Dead radio educating the masses.
It's also a delicacy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in
Duck
most
penis?
countries,
Mm.
except ours.
I'm happy about that.
I'm trying to. I Dead Radio podcast duck penis. It didn't come up. So.
No, because we didn't name this.
It is.
You know, Sean said to me.
What did we name it?
Oh wait, that's weird.
I mean, we could find it. It's
Oh,
a
no,
very
no,
old
no.
one with Joe.
Yeah. I can't. I can't find it
Sean
right now.
Sean said to me before we came on the show. Sean texted me and he said, "Listen, don't embarrass me." And I'm like, first thing we do, we start talking
Yeah.
about duck rape and penis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
duck rape.
Oh, by the way, buy our album.
Where we're gonna at least hashtag duck rape.
So back to the original question from 10 minutes
Oh,
ago.
so how do we do Christmas?
So yeah, I want to like.
So I grew up. My part of my father's family was Norwegian, and they celebrated like a lot of Nordic and German people celebrate Christmas Eve as a big holiday. So.
Mm-hmm.
And I was from a divorced family, so I had Christmas Eve with my father and his family, and then
Oh, yeah, me
Christmas
too.
morning I went, and Christmas morning was with the Roman Catholic side of my mother's family.
See,
so
I was opposite.
So
me.
you're probably atheist now. right? Yeah.
oh my God, yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I was raised Roman Catholic. Well, I mean, I was just judging. I mean, the pentagram kind of gave it away, but
Well, as
real quick.
oh, Yeah,
That's fine.
Well, we know how
It's a
durable
Mac.
Apple products are, so
Yeah.
you should be fine.
Adam just spilled a beer on his Mac.
Yeah, it's
again.
No, I've never spilled a beer on this. Can you give me a
Just real quick for anybody interested in a more extended
rape awareness.
conversation about duck rape and duck penises, it's episode number 59, the rise and fall of DJ So and So on the Dead Radio podcast. Yes.
Nice.
So
well, like what I was gonna say was like George. I take the quote from George Carlin. I was Roman Catholic until the age of awareness. You know, and then to realize, wow, this is a. I remember sitting at church on some random Sunday in the pew, looking and going, "Oh, this is a bunch of bullshit." You know, I'm probably 9, 10 years old, and just like this doesn't make any fucking sense at all. And that was it. You know,
I grew up with my dad, and my mom had us every other weekend. So mom didn't go to church. She wasn't very religious. My dad grew up Catholic. He liked to think that he was Catholic, but he never went to church. We never went to church on Sundays and everything like that.
C&E Catholic?
What is that?
Christmas and Easter Catholic?
Yes.
We're purple envelope people, we used to say, you know?
Oh, okay.
You know, when you got the envelopes, there was always the Christmas one, you know, the purple, and Easter was purple.
Right, yeah,
You know,
I
that
like
was supposed to be the extra money, you know?
So, I lost my train of thought. Dad, not
Mom.
Christmas. Oh, so I would go to church with my grandparents. Specifically, my grandparents lived in Florida, so I'd go with them when I was in Florida. But I'd go with my grandmother who lived up here, Grandma Mary, who's since passed. But she was Catholic, very much Catholic. So I'd go to church with her, and I just remember being there. Actually, real side note: the grandparents in Florida, they were Methodist. So I've been to both sides of
my father's family was Protestant, so it was a lot looser. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't as.
I never went there. I had rosaries. I had a little Bible and everything. I never picked it up. And every time I went to church, I never was like moved or convinced, or I was always like, this
Same with
is
me.
just weird. Like I always was uncomfortable and felt strange there. I never felt like I belonged
Sunday
there.
school for me hastened my my fall from grace, if you will, because you learn in depth. You study the Bible and you read it, and if you have a half a brain, you're like, wait a minute, hold on. It's so like the New Testament. I always talk about this with friends of mine. I'm like, the New Testament is so blatantly, openly anti-Semitic. It's disgusting, and that, I mean, we could have a whole episode of.
We kind of did with Peter Gilmore.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
boy, oh boy,
yeah,
did
you know,
he
so
fucking smash it
you know,
over
your
the head.
kids. So you know, you do the one Christmas, one play. It was actually kind of cool in a way. Being that one time that it was actually cool being from a divorced family was Christmas, because it was like you got presents on one side, and presents on the other. You know, and it was like
Amy might want to weigh in on
you know,
that.
like, well, mom's not gonna get me this, so I know Dad will, so fuck it. You know, then so that wasn't so bad.
I got
you know?
2 Christmases.
Yeah,
it was
you know,
awesome. I actually got 3 because we do Mom, Christmas Eve, Dad Christmas Day, and then the closest Saturday to after Christmas was my extended family, my aunts, my uncles, and my grandmother.
Yeah. Right.
Oh man, Christmas was the shit when
the
I was
third Christmas was like kind of the
a
socks and
kid.
underwear Christmas, though. You know, like they ran out of gift ideas.
Hell no, they gave me some real nice stuff.
But as far as now, you know, I mean, I'm married, we have children, so you know, we do Christmas Eve. Generally, we go out to see Nicole's family out in Staten Island. That's where she's from originally. And then Christmas Day is either we're at the house, or we'll go to sometimes my brother-in-laws, or we'll have people over, one or the other, and we do Christmas morning with the kids and stuff. You know, because you know what, your personal beliefs are one thing, and obviously your beliefs are your beliefs. You know, but when you have children, like my daughter's 19, so obviously the whole is whatever. But when you have children, you have to you want to keep a lot of the
Go ahead.
Uh-oh, shots
Sorry.
fired. Shots fired.
The fucking dog.
You want to keep a lot of the traditions, you know, and you want to keep a lot of the innocence of the holiday in it, you know, and you don't want to. I don't want to dump my beliefs into anybody. I want them to be able to make their own decisions,
Sure.
and that's the way we
Sure.
raise. That's the way we've raised our children. You know, like we make them aware, make them understand things, educate them. But when they make their choices, they make their choices, and as long as they are good choices, and I don't mean good choices as far as like what I consider good. You know what I mean? Like just making healthy choices is a better, I don't know, the better way to say it.
Mental health choices.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So but that's that.
I like that. Write that down.
Also, I don't know. I know my
Why are we writing down titles?
well, my wife.
that's
my
true.
wife is watching, so I don't know if she has my son watching too. So
Earmuffs.
well, cursing is one thing. I am Italian, so it's
We just talked about duck penises.
that's true.
If she were going to shut it down, she would shut it down
that's
already.
true. I don't want to say too much as far as destroying certain myths.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you will, but you get the idea.
I do.
Ryan,
So
So
in here.
let's see. Well, I was actually raised Roman Catholic,
Okay.
so even went to Catholic school.
Are you an atheist now too?
I did for a while.
I'm not
too.
actually,
No.
but
You're
for a
one of the
while,
few.
for a while, I did move away from it for a long time, probably for 20 years,
Okay.
and then I kind of came back to it when I got in my 40s. More so, just you kind of revisit all the things that were always there, and you come back to it, and you're like, well, it kind of starts to, at least for me, it starts to kind of line up, and kind of makes sense to me. But teach their own, and but as far as the Christmas thing, it's always for us. It was always about family, and I had a huge family. Like yourself, it was always about the grandparents and the aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
And now it's much smaller. It's my parents and my sister and her family. So we get together on Christmas, and it's local and it's real simple and it's great. Yeah, we really enjoy it.
Yeah, I just I can understand. Like I don't fault anybody for following beliefs or whatever the hell. I simply just don't agree, and I just
Well,
it's,
as long as they're cool with us following whatever our beliefs.
yeah,
are.
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right. That's
and
right.
I find that most people really don't give a shit. They don't. They're not going to bother you. Or
It's
about
more.
it.
It's more about. I think. It's more about family than I think it is about an actual religious observance, if you will. As far as most people go, whether you're religious, or whether you're an atheist, or whether you practice. I hate using that word, alternative religion, but whether you practice something that's not part of the mainstream, I think it's more just about a gathering of friends and family, which I think is probably the best concept for the holiday if you want to move away from the religious stuff.
But here's the thing: we just did that a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yes, but it's also about giving gifts.
Oh, it's
So
also about me.
And that's what it's really about. It's about
That's
this
what
whole.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what, and so Adam
So-
especially likes it
Know what
because his
I'm saying?
birthday is not far
Yeah.
after.
Let me
well,
put it-
no, that sucks.
let me put it
actually,
to you
'cause
this
you
way.
get shit gifts sometimes.
I wrote this a while back, and I put it up on Facebook because I like to just as I once said to my friend Brian, I look at Facebook as my personal beehive that I like to kick every now and then and start trouble. And I put this up because I was in one of those moods. But I wrote, "Religion is the umbrella during the rainstorm of reason."
Okay.
And most of my lyrics sort of, because I do most of the lyric writing in the band, and most of the lyrics that I write will sort of center around religion or the concepts of that, and a lot of social awareness type insanity too that I write. But I do write a lot of stuff about religion, and attacking it really because I do find that a lot of extremism. And a lot of the issue.
Well, a lot of wars are
As far
based
as-
on religion.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest problem in the world that we've faced in probably the last 2,000 plus years has been religion. Wars and insanity. Just there's so much stupid shit that surrounds what I call the belief in the sky friends. And it you know what it kind of aggravates me. And I have to watch what I say, not because I'm afraid of the backlash, because I really could give two shits. I don't want to.
Might quit.
Well, no,
Keep
but
it
that's
up.
but.
No, I already know what he thinks, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's used to me. Well, he's getting used to me.
And I'm like you. I don't really care what you believe as long as you don't cause harm onto others.
Right.
That's really.
I don't.
good.
I don't want to hurt or insult any of my friends either. But I don't find religion as a shirt that I like to wear. It just doesn't work for me. I think it's nonsense. I think that the 10 Commandments are a wonderful set of rules to live your life by. Don't kill, don't do stupid shit, don't go after your neighbor's wife.
You want to know what scares me the most is people who say that if religion. We've talked about this.
Oh, yeah,
and,
great length.
Like people who say that, well, if we didn't have these rules in place, people would be raping and murdering
No, they
and all
wouldn't.
blah, blah, blah.
No,
and I
it's
was like,
against
you want to know
human.
what I think? I
Inherently.
think that you want to rape and murder people, and the only reason that you're doing it is because you're not doing it is because you don't want to go to hell. That's what I hear when
This is
someone
one of the
says
things
that.
I talked about with my wife when we first started watching The Walking Dead was one of the biggest danger really wasn't something like a bunch of fucking zombies walking around. The biggest danger was the entire breakdown of law and order in society where now what's keeping me from doing something like that is afraid of going to jail or law
Yeah.
or being killed by the cops or something or killed by somebody. Now, there's no fear of punishment. So there's no fear of
after that,
consequence.
people just go primal.
Yeah, exactly. They go
Yeah.
they're going
but
all
even,
out.
But I think
you
that's
know?
even a different thing, though, because people, like, if you're in a situation where you're just like, I can go and work and feed myself and blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to it, like, if I'm going to feed my family or steal from you, I think that puts you in a different moral dilemma.
It's not so much religion. I
But
think it's more law.
Yeah, the thing that would scare me the most is if you had, your society, there's no law and order, and there's plenty of things.
Well, you couldn't
And
really.
then
but you
people are
couldn't
just
use the
like,
word. You
I'm
couldn't,
going to kill anyway.
but you couldn't use the word society with that.
Yeah.
If you have no law and order and no structure, then you don't have a society.
Yeah, I've heard that argument before, like the Walking Dead thing. And the Walking Dead thing scares me because the Walking Dead thing is society completely breaks down. There's no law and order, but there's resources available for people to become dictators.
Yes,
yeah.
Like in The
absolutely.
Walking Dead.
Absolutely.
So they're just like,
110%. And
we
you
have
see that.
we have machine guns, and we have motivation and the ability to manipulate people into doing what
and
we
you
want.
see that with every
Yeah.
protagonist that they've ever had has been a guy that's a guy or a girl, whatever. Well, it's mostly guys, I guess, but that have risen up, gotten their own crew of people together, and they're imposing their will all over the place.
Yeah.
And antagonist.
Good.
Antagonist. I'm sorry,
Yeah, the
protagonist is
Yeah, well, even on the protagonist side.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
there's-
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
it's been hinted
So,
towards where Rick
yeah.
and his crew
It's just
would take over something.
We
too,
happen
yeah.
to, because we live in a society where we're supposed to not kill and rape people, we side with Rick. But the thing is, I do hate to say it, but in these types of situations, most of the people that survive are male, and it gets worse and worse and worse.
But that's. I mean,
Excuse
don't,
me.
don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. You okay? You all right? Don't get nervous. I know
She's allergic to anti-feminism.
That's not being.
I'm supposed to be here promoting
So,
an album. What the
I,
hell is all this? You know.
What I'm trying to say is that in these situations, and these situations have happened,
Wait.
Absolutely.
not in zombies, but
you
if you have fucking crazy war.
Look at
in
the actions of any-
sub-Saharan Africa.
I was just
going
gonna
to
say,
gorillas
look-
and shit
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
like, I mean, you're gonna have like
Whenever
the,
you have a
the
power
majority
vacuum.
of people that survive are men because they kill fucking everything, and that would probably be what would happen in the zombie apocalypse.
have
And
these-
men are fucking assholes.
When you
and
have
they
these
no
power
rules.
vacuums, I was
Yeah.
just going to say, you could see
Yeah.
you see it in Africa, you see it in the Middle
Oh,
East.
you're going to see it in
yeah.
Syria and Afghanistan in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Are we
pulling out.
Are we really gonna swing it this way now with this?
Oh no, we're
with the show?
pulling.
Like we
No, that was just a little bit of dig at national news. Oh yeah, we've won apparently, and we're pulling out.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's good for America. We won. we beat ISIS last week.
Mission accomplished,
And
everyone.
Russia's super pissed that we're leaving Syria, and then Russia's like, no, we're really happy about it. But no, on certain person's Twitter feed, they're pissed. But Russia's like, no, this is great.
I'm not gonna get in. I'm not gonna
Sorry,
get into
I
a
just
whole
watched the
political
news
no,
all
no,
day.
It's okay, dude.
Let's talk about your album.
It's inflammatory. A lot of it is. It is. It's easy to make you crazy. I'm going to say one thing real simple. A lot of people are worried about he's going to build a wall around Mexico.
That's not
and
gonna happen.
Whatever your beliefs are, I'm not even going to get into that. But all I'm going to say is this. You worry about Trump building his wall, I'd be more worried about Putin building that Iron Curtain again.
Fuck yeah.
Sure.
That's all I'm going to say, and let's leave it there. Because
Yep.
come on, we can do it. We can do another show about politics. I'll wear my
will,
wear my Schwarzenegger for president T-shirt. Fucking,
We'll know where this is going to.
I'll
Well,
take
the
it.
thing is, I would fucking.
I would vote for Arnold in a minute.
Arnold
bro.
Schwarzenegger
Hell yeah.
is Republican as fuck, but
He's a realist.
progressive,
Yeah.
He's intelligent.
and I would vote for him.
Yeah.
I would absolutely vote.
But
for
it's the
him.
same.
Arnold
It's the same thing.
Yeah, he's a little old
Just
now,
to
but-
hear, just to
Yeah.
hear, just to listen to
Yeah.
him speak.
Yeah, just
yeah.
You know
America!
that's wait.
You remember
Wait.
when he won the election? He was like, "This broom represents the sweeping of the election." And he was like, dude, that was the greatest thing ever.
just to go it's like I Arnold Schwarzenegger accept the office of president of the United States.
As
It would be fucking great.
America.
America.
We are pulling out. We are pulling out of Syria, but we'll be back. You know. Like, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
That's fucking great. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Holy shit.
are we done with Christmas yet?
Sure.
What I was gonna, ooh, Jesus, I think I might have lost my
No, we
spot
took
there.
him out of this now.
What?
You said Jesus.
Oh yeah,
You're
yeah,
taking him
yeah.
out of this.
Jesus.
Don't take the
No.
Lord's name
Keep
in
God
vain.
out
That's
of
the thing.
California.
That's the thing. I say Jesus Christ an awful lot.
Yeah, but if you don't believe in it, you're not going to get in trouble,
I
so
know.
it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, no, that's not what I mean.
like when you
say it
say
a lot.
fuck, you don't mean two people copulating.
Yeah, that's very true.
Or do you?
It's just an expletive now,
Right.
For me.
Yeah. I've always Christmas for me, and I've talked about it before. It's just
Should we cue some music while you're doing this?
It becomes
Christmas
Ding,
for
ding.
me has been.
It's just the consumerism of everything. Like we were talking about presents and everything
Yeah.
before. Like it's fine giving each other presents, but it's like, and I appreciate all the gifts that I'm given, but I'm given way too much, in my opinion. Like it's a lot. I went to my mom's last Sunday because she's in Texas right now. I went to my mom's. She went fucking all out. The dinner, the gifts cards, this mic right here. Like just I could have this mic. That's all. That would have been fine. But she piled on with a bunch of other stuff. I got to go shopping at Darkside very soon, and it's amazing, and I know it's because she loves my brother and I and my wife.
She doesn't get to
and
see
everyone,
you.
and she does no, we see each other all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, no, you said she's
annoying.
out. Well, you said she's out in Texas. That's why.
No,
now
she took a vacation.
She took a vacation.
Oh,
in
I thought you meant
Texas,
she lived in Texas.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
oh,
no.
okay.
She sorry, I didn't clarify.
Yeah,
but
so they do an early Christmas because she goes. She spends the holidays in
to
Texas.
visit my my uncle, her brother.
Okay.
And it's amazing, but at the same time, it's just like God. I just like this is all great,
it's
but
like
I feel like
I get that. Yeah.
it's just so much, and it like it's almost uncomfortable for me, and it's later in life, and I think it's because of Brooke too, my wife.
Right.
She grew up not having the benefits I did. My father worked his ass off, so he was able to afford stuff. My mom worked as well, and my stepfather, so they were able to afford stuff for us as well. She didn't have that luxury growing up. So when she sees all this extravagance at Christmas, she's like, what the fuck? She doesn't know what to do with it.
Right.
She's like freaking out. Like I can't really talk about.
It can create anxiety though, especially if you're not
gifts in
used to
case
it.
Anybody's watching?
No, you
My
don't go
dad's-
into details. But
My dad's not.
no,
watching.
I get what you mean. I
Yeah.
get what you mean because
And
with
like
my
it
family,
sounds shitty of me to be
like-
like, I hate getting gifts.
Well, so here's
White
here's
privilege.
no. Here's a good.
Oh my God.
Here's the
First
thing.
world problem.
So for you,
First world problem.
for you,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
that's
saying
better,
is
yeah.
you would have been happy just the microphone.
Sure.
It's a thoughtful gift. You don't need anything else.
Yeah.
For me, I like a lot of my family. I'm happy getting cash. Like that helps me out.
Oh, gift
you know,
cards are my
especially
favorite.
especially
All I want
you know,
for Christmas is for
cash.
someone to pay my bills
Yeah,
for a
you
month.
know, just especially because, you know, I changed careers at 30 years old. So, you know, I've reverted back to a 19-and-a-half-year-old just getting, you know, like going to college at one
Yeah.
point. So it's like, you know, what do you want for Christmas? A gift card to Adams, Ferrick, or Farms so I can buy food.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
what I want.
Yeah.
And
Kohl's gift card.
It's
so I can
gotten
get
it's
clothes.
gotten like way
Kohl's.
better. It's gotten way better in the past few years because I think everybody's kind of figured that out.
Right.
You know, my dad, you know, like my family, it would just kind of be, especially extended family, people that were a lot more well off. It would just be like it was like a dollar amount.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't need any of these things.
You
know,
got-
like don't. If you love your extended family, don't buy them clothing because you're not going to buy them something that they like. You
Nope.
don't see them every day.
I got a
Unless,
good
unless
story.
they
You
ask
know?
for it specifically.
Yeah,
You know, like
you know, if you go into fucking Kohl's and you're like, I'm gonna get someone a shirt, don't get them a shirt. Get them a $25 gift card to Kohl's.
Yes.
so they can pick out the shirt that they want.
What?
Or don't get them anything.
you
Make
guys have
them
been
something.
You guys
Yeah,
have been
I just-
music fans since you were kids.
Sure.
Yeah.
How many did you ever have the grandmother or the grandfather that got you the, you know, I know you like this rock and roll and you got a Tracy Chapman CD
But
or
the thing
fucking,
is,
you know, like
if I got that, I would never fucking listen to it, but I would be way happier.
I went
I'd be
hard.
way happier.
What's wrong with
that.
Tracy Chapman? She's a
I would be
visionary.
way happier with somebody like my grandmother on my mom's side. And my grandmother on my dad's side is an amazing person. She's great. She's just it's just like a different dynamic
generational gap.
when we were younger. And you know, my grandmother on my mom's side, she would do like pre-internet, pre-Facebook. She would do a shit ton of research as to what her grandchildren were into.
Oh, wow.
She would talk to parents. She would talk to neighbors. She would talk to siblings, and she would find out what we were into. Where's the Mountain Dew thing? It's right there.
Yeah,
that Mountain Dew
behind
thing.
us,
My grandmother got that for me because I drank a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew every single fucking day.
I knew I liked you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mountain Dew is.
He's got
So I
heartburn for the
drank.
rest of his life.
Yeah. Now I have acid reflux until I die.
Mountain
So-
Dew is cocaine for people that are scared of cocaine. So
So I used to drink
Or
a
can't
2-liter
afford it.
bottle of Mountain Dew every day. And my grandmother,
That's
who
gamer
lived,
fuel,
she lived in
man.
Pennsylvania.
Must have
She
peed a
was
lot.
oh yeah, lots. She lived in Pennsylvania. She was 3 hours away. There's no way she could have known this. And she talked to my mom, and my mom's like, "You really like Mountain Dew? It's super weird." And I show up on Christmas, and that's wrapped. She said,
Dude, that's the greatest gift
she
ever. Are
went-
you kidding me?
She went to the a gas station. She saw it hanging. It was like zip tied to a telephone pole, and she was like, "Can I buy that?" And they're like, yeah.
Look at
Well, I
that.
mean, no, yeah."
Dude, that's fucking
Yeah.
perfect, man. Hell yeah.
Well, look at
They
the
were
back.
like, so I had all my. We'll get into that in a second. So she went in every day for like a week to try and finally talk to the manager.
Haggled this guy
Yeah, I think
into-
it was like a 7-Eleven or something like that.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Just take it. Like, it's fine. That's cool if you're gonna give it to your grands. Just take it." So he gives it to her. She wraps it. She gives it to me. And the only thing that we didn't write on the back of that is the my prescription part. Someone else wrote that.
Yeah.
Like it came like that.
But-
And then when my friends would start coming over, I had them sign the back of it. So it's kind of like a yearbook of our fucking
But when you
high
talk
school
about
days.
like the perfect
Awesome.
gift,
yeah.
that's like the.
It
'cause-
cost her nothing, and it was
but-
exactly what
but
I was into.
The thought that went into it, the fact that
Yeah.
that's the
And we're
the
talking
perfect gift. It's
we're
like,
talking
you know,
18, 19 years later, and I'm still talking about it.
Yeah.
I want to go back
And it
to
cost her nothing.
I want to go back to the clothing thing.
Yeah.
I bought a robe. I needed a robe really bad because we have, my sister-in-law lives with us. I can't be walking around naked anymore. So
Please don't walk around naked.
I used to.
Yeah.
Boy,
Ever.
did I used to.
Ever. Even when no one's around.
I would walk downstairs on my way to the
Jesus
shower.
is watching.
I would walk downstairs as I was going to the shower, and I'd have a thought, and I'd have to talk to Brooke, and she'd be in the kitchen, windows open and everything. I just walk in with my towel around my, on my shoulder, and I'd walk in naked and like start asking her questions. She'd turn around, and she's just like, "Why are you naked in the kitchen?" I'm like, "Because I had a question, and I needed to answer."
Because it's my house, I'm paying a mortgage, and if I want to walk around swinging dick, I'm gonna do it, and that's it. you know?
I don't know how swinging it is.
Eh,
All right,
it's more like
It's like
lightly
flopping.
It's more like lightly shaking.
drip dry.
But I needed a new robe because the one I had was fucked, and I bought one like I don't know a couple weeks ago, and it came
Is
in
it
the
a
mail.
nice robe?
Well, I'll get to that.
Oh, here we go.
I open it. I take it out, and Brooke was like, "Why did you buy a fucking robe? Why didn't you just ask for one for Christmas?" And I kind of snapped at her a little bit. I'm like, "Cause I'm gonna get some garbage fucking robe made out of fucking fleece or some of that microfiber shit that doesn't absorb water at all, and I'm gonna hate it. And now I have something I want, and that's what I want.
You know, I feel bad.
It's purple,
Like
purple
it's the color of royalty.
with dark
right.
gray piping on the outside,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
it's a hood, and it's Turkish cotton, and it's wonderful.
But why did you?
I
Snap,
love it.
Why did you snap at your wife? That was kind of fucked up.
I just got angry.
That
He
was,
he likes to snap at people, especially when he's wrong.
I wasn't wrong about this.
No.
I was very
No,
right.
I
Think
was
about
just-
it every
I
time
was
he
just
says
thinking about
new
me
I
and
feel
you.
bad for your
Multiple.
wife because she was probably like, I was gonna get that for you, dick. But now I'm not.
Yeah, and
no,
even like
no,
you
no.
probably would have fucked it up.
Wow.
She wouldn't have, but
No,
we don't
she
get each
wouldn't
other
have.
gifts. We got
Yeah.
a dog. He's
Yeah.
over there
His
pissing
na-
on
you
the
can call him
floor.
Al if you'd like.
He's pissing on the floor and eating something he's not supposed to right now.
They're having a death match over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that
it's pretty
toy.
cool
I'm
actually.
having a good time.
But yeah, that's my thing. Like, the thoughtful gift is great, but I'm fine if you just get me a gift card. I just prefer to go shopping.
So
Well, that's the thing. If you don't know, do that.
Yep.
yeah,
Get
no,
people-
absolutely.
and,
Dude,
like,
gift cards
don't-
are like a godsend.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, like, so Candace, who you have not met at work, got me a gift card for Secret Santa because she couldn't make the party. Remember, we went
Oh.
to the Christmas party, and there was no gifts for Adam.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went over.
Wow.
He
We did
told me
Secret
to go.
Santa.
We were
Yeah.
waiting the whole time to leave
Yes!
because he didn't
Yeah.
get his gift yet.
But I
Now
seriously,
you know. That is the fucking worst. If
Yeah.
anybody ever says, let's do a Secret Santa, fuck you. No, I got burned twice in 1 year. Twice.
Oh man.
You can't get burned
So-
twice in 1 year for Secret Santa.
Well, anyway,
I had two
it's
Secret
been,
Santas.
It's been redeemed.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so it's fine. We went to the Christmas party, and I was just like, "There's no structure to this because this restaurant's only been open a year. This is the second time they've done it." So I was like, "You know what? If there's no, I'm not gonna. What am I gonna do? Stand up on the bar and yell at people?"
I would absolutely. Fuck that.
But
You know?
here's
So
the
I was like,
thing.
"It's fine. It's fine.
I've
Let's
dealt
just-
with you
we'll
fucking
just-
people
we're
all
ready-
year. Where's
we're-
my gift? You know?
We're
No.
ready." But I've been there for like 2 months.
Same thing.
So I was like, "It's fine. Let's just whatever. It is what it is."
Did you get a
But-
hug?
So, so I'd only been there for a couple of months, and I was like, half the employees here I haven't met because I only work lunch.
Yeah.
So I haven't even met half the people that could be in this pool. I got lucky that I got the chef in the back of house, and I know he loves bourbon.
Boom. Done.
Got him Sazerac rye.
There you
Can't
go.
go wrong
It
with
was
that.
it was $4 over the limit, but I think I can afford that.
That's
So
like
So I got him that, and like we show up, and he picks up a bottle that says Tim Miller, and he immediately looks at me and knew it was from me.
Uh-huh.
So that was cool. I was like, I got that absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no presents for Adam, and I got a little sad. And I was like, it's fine. And then so tonight, luckily, I was there kind of late, and the person who got me a gift showed up, and she was like, "I'm really sorry, it's just a gift card." And it was just like a $25 Visa gift card.
That's bad, dude. That's
it's
perfect.
great.
Badass.
But I said to her, I was like, I have been saying since day one, like, I shouldn't have signed up for Secret Santa because I don't know any of you fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, if I had gotten her, she would have gotten a $25 Visa gift card.
Mm-hmm.
But
'Cause
that's
I don't-
but that's
'cause
the
I've-
perfect gift for you.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Gift that
Yeah.
keeps
Gift card.
on giving.
Yeah, because I've worked with her 6 times. And working with her 6 times means she goes, Adam, I need a blah 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 or a prosecco or this and that. Like, we don't talk about what she's into.
Right.
Here's why I was so angry. Because I didn't want to fucking do it in the first place.
And you just shelled out $25 for some motherfucker you don't even care about or like.
That's not true.
Oh,
I got
I thought we were still
I
talking
got-
about your robe.
I got Maggie, and I got her a
Yeah.
bunch of cool shit. But Kathleen was the one who
You're
put it
talking
together.
about Crafted Cup.
Crafted Cup, and then my family. So I'll get into that in a second. So Crafted Cup, Kathleen, who I love dearly, she's a great friend. However, she gets a little nutty around the holidays. She's like, "Let's do a Secret Santa. Let's do a Secret Santa. Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And then
well,
I'm like,
backing
I don't
up
want to
just like
fucking.
Kath-
I don't
so
want to do that. 'Cause I
backing
don't
up,
wanna-
backing up just a hair.
Okay.
So Kathleen started working at Crafted Cup a few months
It
prior.
was like
Yeah.
3 or 4 months. Yeah.
And it was kind of like, "Hey, Kathleen, do you want to organize the Christmas party?" And she went,
She got so excited.
"Yeah." I was like, "Okay, you're the one. You're the one for the job for sure."
Clearly.
Yeah. And I got her, which was great, and she's still using the mug that I made her.
right.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't want to fucking do a Secret Santa. I'll do a Christmas party, but we're not calling it a Christmas party. We're calling it a Moss party or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like the
The Crafted Cup Kooky Cupmas.
Kooky Cupmas, non-denominational
Yeah.
Kooky Cupmas.
The crafted,
It
yeah, we
sings.
like the long
It
titles, don't
sings.
we? I really like the long titles.
The long titles are a thing with this
it's
show.
The Crafted Cup non-denominational Kooky Cupmas.
Yeah.
And you and Julia, I believe, came up with a mascot?
No.
If you ever
Kathleen
do a
and Julia.
T-shirt, please.
Yeah.
Large.
I mean,
Sure.
Please. 'Cause that,
Yeah,
I would.
it
I would wear
reminds
that.
you-
I would wear that shit every time I
It's-
play a show.
It's why, like, the Michael Scott
would.
Fun Run for the Cure, blah, 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 and it's a giant paragraph.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
so fucking funny.
Yeah. And I said, I don't want to do a Secret Santa. He's like, why not? It's so much fun. I'm like, I just don't want to. I don't want to dig around. Like, I don't want to get the wrong thing. I don't want to stress out about a fucking gift. Can we just do if you want to do gifts, let's just do Yankee Swap. Everybody buys something. Anything, it doesn't matter, something. And then you draw numbers, and you pick a gift, and you open the gift. If you don't want it, you could trade it with somebody else once. And then at the end, everybody just trades gifts anyway.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
you get some piece of crap that you don't really care
Yeah,
about,
and it
but it
doesn't
was
matter.
fun.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But there's
You know,
always
it's
the potential
hilarious.
that the person's going to get upset that got you the thing and be like, he traded it. You know?
Well,
no,
no,
but
no.
you don't get it for someone.
You
If
just
you
Oh,
if
okay.
you
Oh,
bring
yeah.
a gift,
Back to the office, if you take Secret Santa and turn it into Yankee Swap, it's bad.
I misunderstood the parameters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
if you bring
Secret
a gift,
Santa is that you get a person, but they don't know you're buying the gift for them.
if you do a Yankee swap, you bring a gift, you put it in the
it's just a
pile, and
general
now
gift.
you're in the swap.
In fairness,
If
though,
you don't bring a gift, you don't get to pick a
in
gift.
fairness, though, I know the two of you not that well, a little bit, but I could definitely tell if you guys like. If I was involved in it, I could tell. Oh yeah, these two got me this. I know.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Well, that's like
your
I was
sense
saying
of
with
humor
Miller,
is kind of You're as twisted as I am in the head. So it's like, I know these two. They're gonna get me something insane.
For example,
it'd be a dick of some kind.
God, I'm sure. Yeah.
But that would be Secret Santa, but you don't want to bring a dick to Yankee Swap.
Someone might
Because
steal
like
it.
Why
Right.
not?
Yeah.
But wait, what if somebody said, "Oh my God, this is I've been looking for a dick for like months," and right?
I got a
mean,
story for you. My family.
I love this fucking show.
I have a
swear
lot
to
of.
God.
I have a lot of. There's my brother, and then my stepbrother, and then his girlfriend, and then my stepsister, and my other stepsister, and my dad. And we all do. All the kids do a Yankee swap.
Okay.
With my cousins and everything, and the uncles and all. After my grandmother passed and everything, that's what we started doing. So we did that, and it was great. I bought. That's when Snuggies were big. So I bought a Snuggie, a leopard print Snuggie.
Ooh.
Wrapped it, put it on the tray. My stepbrother opens it. It's a Snuggie. Everybody's laughing their balls off because it's a fucking stupid gift, and it's hilarious. I open the one I pick, and it's another fucking Snuggie, the exact same one.
That's awesome.
And I got stuck with it.
Yeah, no one.
I got my stepbrother and I got stuck with Snuggies, and it was hilarious.
That's
man.
hysterical.
I gave it to
That's
my.
the thing. You never want to pick. You want to be the last person in
Yes.
a Yankee Swap.
I gave it to my dog as a blanket because I wasn't gonna wear the goddamn thing. I wore it around the house for like on the family Christmas and everything like that, and it was fun. But then all of a sudden, my goddamn stepsister Sarah's just like, "How about we do Secret Santa instead?" And I'm like, "I don't want to do Secret Santa." And this is like the cup miss happened.
So we
and
never
then-
found out who was your person.
getting to that.
Okay. a crafted cup though.
Oh, it was Shelly.
Shelley.
Yes.
Who
quit?
Who resigned in disgrace.
Yes, who resigned in disgrace and she was Jehovah's Witness?
Wait.
Wow.
So Shelley pulls the name and then goes to Ryan Bosch. So who's Bosch?
Yes.
And he goes, well, it's pronounced Bosch, and that's me.
Yes.
How did she not wind up with a different person? I thought we did another drawing.
Yeah, we did.
And
then
she wound up with Bosch a second time?
A Bosch a second
Okay.
time.
Wow.
And then now it was like, all right, you're stuck.
You should have bought scratch offs that day, because
And-
obviously.
Kathleen was like, he's easy. Just get him a bottle of
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
that isn't beer.
Yeah, just gluten-free alcohol.
Yeah, whatever. And it's simple, very simple. But I think she was Jehovah's Witness, and she was
She
like
was a
uncomfortable.
Jehovah's Witness, and
What did she like?
I don't know.
Reformed?
I don't know. She just didn't show up.
Oh, okay.
So Kathleen,
she was a crazy person.
let's not get into that.
Most
No,
Jehovah,
we don't have to.
But
I
she
don't
was
wanna
a
say too
crazy.
much.
No. She was a Jehovah's Witness, and she was also an insane person.
Did she figure out
Whatever
that she
you
wasn't
want
one
to
of the,
correlate between those two is up to you.
she didn't show up to the Christmas party, and I'm like, uh-oh. I smelled it. And as soon as I saw her, I
Well,
saw
they're,
that she
they're
wasn't
not
there.
going to come to something like that.
Yeah.
That's their thing.
But she was so excited to be a part of
why
it.
would you participate in Secret Santa if you're not allowed to celebrate holidays?
Well, maybe she figured out she wasn't one of the, what is it, 2,600, 7,500? Don't they have a number of them that are getting to
their
promised
specific cult
fucking
has
land?
stupid
right,
things
and you
that they
find out,
talk
oh,
about
you know
too.
what? My name's not on that list, so fuck it. I'm going back to booze and
Yeah.
hookers, and then that's the end of it, you know?
And Kathleen, the sweetheart that she is, got me something in place. So she had She had to double up.
Did you get a gift?
Yeah, I did. I got a bottle of Prosecco, which is perfect.
Okay.
You know, I'll drink the shit out of
Especially
Prosecco.
because Kathleen's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Hence the Jehovah connection.
She's
Yeah.
Oh, no. This
And
is
she's talked about it on the show, so I'm not like being an asshole
no,
right now. But
you're
but
mistaken with Shelly. Kathleen's the one that organized the whole thing.
Oh, okay, I'm getting lost.
Yeah.
She was
So
just like, I went to
Shelley-
a liquor store for you. Like she's,
Yeah.
she's
I gotta
sober
read.
now.
I gotta read my notes.
and it
'cause
doesn't
this is getting
surprise me at all
confusing.
that she was just like, I just want to point out, Ryan.
So then the family Christmas comes up, and it was a text thread, and like who got
good.
what.
Yeah.
Who got? So Sarah was texting people
was the-
who you got, and I just drew it for everybody. So
The
everybody like, got
Bosch,
this.
the Bosch family group me.
Yeah, the Bosch family Christmas, and that's a good title.
I imagine.
too.
I have,
Write
yeah,
that. Write
'cause
that
it's-
down. The Bosch family
But it's
group
spelled like
me.
Bochet.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
it's
wine.
Boeschhe. We'll do that. Why are we even doing that?
Bochet family. No, because we'll just read them off at the end. We're
But-
not going to use any of these.
No, that's okay, but
Yeah.
it's still a part of your shtick. So.
My brother got me, but because the texting was all fucked up, he thought he got someone else, so he got a gift. He got a gift.
So
for
somebody
some-
got 2 gifts and you got fucked?
He got a gift for somebody else, but that other I don't know what happened, but everybody got the right amount of gifts, and there was
Except you.
still -1. I don't know how it happened. Wow. But there was so much confusion on the whole thing that I got fucked again.
Well, no, if you just accepted Jesus into your heart, this
Yeah.
wouldn't have happened.
I think that's it.
You didn't accept
I think since I don't,
Jesus
I
as your
don't
Lord
have
and personal
Christ.
Savior.
I don't keep Christ in Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, that is definitely not the right way to do Secret Santa.
It's
Because
not.
No,
I
via
organized-
text.
That was
no,
a
the
complete
right way to
fucking
do it
train
is
wreck.
like a hat with paper in
That's
it.
I organized Secret Santa
Yeah.
for work this year.
Some traditions
and
hold
it
true.
Worked
Yeah.
out perfectly, and I also had people, everyone that picked a name, I had them write down, or
Yeah,
type down.
that's what we
3
did at-
3 things that they would want. Oh, okay.
That's what we did at Crafted Cup.
Yeah.
I said booze. I said booze, music, and I just wrote Dark Side gift card, and I think the other one was weed.
Yeah, something like that.
Nice.
No, it was like I can't remember what the fuck it
5
was.
more years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whenever Secret Santa comes up, I immediately lose my shit. I tell people my story, and I've fucked up Secret Santa for a couple people already this year.
Yeah, I just
I've
think
told
the
them
way
the
to
story,
go
and
is
they're
just
like,
the Yankee
"Oh."
swap thing. Just because you go, okay, I'm going to pick something funny or something that anyone can use.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like if we were to do Yankee swap at Crafted Cup, I wouldn't buy a 6-pack of beer because you could get Kathleen.
Yeah.
So
Or Bosch.
you.
Or Bosch.
Yeah.
Bosch.
That Bosch guy, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he's into.
So it would be something that anybody could use, but I would probably go like the funny route.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, like Brooke and I both do. So she brings one for Yankee, and so do I. So we do a joke gift and like a really cool one.
Okay.
So like I don't remember what we're doing this year.
I would do an iPod like on The Office, but like
in the box.
Yeah, you
something
go
else.
on eBay and you'll be able to find like a 2004 iPod whatever in the box, brand new.
You won't be able to use it.
You won't be, yeah, you might not be able to use it. I got an iPod for Christmas one time, and I had to like upgrade my fucking computer to make it work.
Wow.
My iPod still works.
Still works.
Still works. Still connects to iTunes and everything.
Mine
Wow.
does too.
iPod
2005 and a half.
Mine does too,
Wow.
but the fucking input is shot. So it only comes out like mono, right? You know,
Yeah.
pan. And I'm like, and I have so much shit in there that I love, and I'm like, fuck, because I used to, plug it in the car and just because I got an hour drive to work, and just go, and that was my time to just get into an album and zone,
I sent
and I'm
mine
like,
out to get. I sent mine out to get fixed.
Came back fucked up.
$50.
Yeah. Really?
Never had an issue since.
No.
Swear to
All right,
God.
I need that number.
I do kind of miss
That
my.
was like-
I do
I
kind of miss
have
my
10 years
shuffle.
ago.
Oh,
like
forget
the
it. No,
little-
no, dude. This thing is like, it's like a second generation. It's like, it's like thick as an 8-track. You know the old ones.
Yeah, I never had one of those old ones, but I do miss my iPod Nano. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
touch screen, ran it through
Okay.
the fucking washer.
Every-
It still
Oh.
works.
Really?
It still works, but it has to be plugged into power all the time.
You know what? iPod is one of the few things that Apple made that wasn't delicate. Like
Yeah.
they could take a beating. Those things.
I was gonna say every iPod I've had, I've dropped in the toilet. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Do you
had
guys
want
want to take a
last
quick
one.
break?
Your show.
Sure.
We're over an hour now.
We're at an hour, exactly.
Is it an hour already?
Yes,
And then,
it is.
like,
Time
we gotta
flies.
Do, we got to do my shit story redux.
Revise.
Yeah, Redux. This
And
is
also
like gonna
I
be
sent
a
an
combination thing. I
Yeah.
know, I have that as well.
So he has notes.
Ryan,
And then
we'll get more than like 10 words out of you eventually.
Yeah, I hope so. I know I'm like a mute over here, but
No, it's okay.
That's my fault. I got the gift of gab.
well, so when we get back, we'll be doing. Just she
Sorry.
points at me. It's me yelling over people.
Leave it as a teaser, and we'll talk about the Pitch Black Sunrise, Tales of a Broken Jester, new album coming out, or out now. It's pitchblacksunrise.com and Pitch Black Sun. You guys lucked out and did Pitch Black Sunrise everything.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram.
We got lucky.
It's all.
But really, Bandcamp. That's where you want to go.
Yeah,
Pitch Black
Bandcamp.
Sunrise Bandcamp. You can download stuff. Buy everything's going to be sold there. That's where you get everything.
pitchblacksunrise.bandcamp.com. Also, March 23rd
FTP.
at the Chance, Book of Lies and Dirty Black 7.
And Blackwater Rising is the headliner.
Oh, Blackwater Rising.
All
that's right.
this is the lineup. We'll talk about it, when we come back.
I'm sure we will. And in the meantime, we'll listen to the soothing sounds of Pitch Black Sunrise. So we're gonna drain the lizards and the clam, sure, and
The duck dick.
and we'll be right back. So enjoy.
Also, my computer is not dead, by the way. I just wanted to wait on it.
You lead with treason with no clear reason. Reflections of rejections, a mirror on your soul. I reveal my pain, you curse my name. A cold embrace we can't erase. I was the sky, now I'm just earth. How far we fall. You can't tell me that this is love. How far we fall. That's all I told you, hear your call. Remember when we used to talk, not throwing glass in this house of stone. She walks away just like the rest, disgusted when her eyes meet mine. A sense of truth, a house of lies. How far we fall. You can't tell me that this is all. How far impatient and impetuous game. Woke up to a scream of broken dreams, a pitch black sunrise in my sky. Wounded droplets of a martyr's tears, stains my blood, my bloodshot eyes. I don't receive, death is tough, but still I bleed. When it's gone, but yet I freeze. The rites of spring will set me free. All color turns to gray, all sounds become static. Shades of imitated lights. A web of deception, all that I perceive. Can I borrow your lens, 'cause mine is broke? When you can't breathe, it's not the air. When you can't see, it's not your eyes. When a mask comes off, don't be surprised. Green's the color of April eyes. I don't receive, death is tough, but still I bleed. Winter's gone, but yet I freeze. The rites of spring will set me free. When I ask, I don't receive. Death is burned, I feel and bleed. My soul is back, why must it be? The rites of spring will set me free.
I'm Nick.
I'm Sean.
And I swear to God, we have a drummer. We're Pitch Black Sunrise.
And this is Dead Radio Podcast.
The drummer's name is Ryan.
Great name.
It is. It's a strong name.
Solid name.
Means little king in Irish or Gaelic. Sorry.
Even better.
It means broadcaster.
All right.
Hi.
Well, we're back.
Cameron just tuned in, I heard. Hi,
Yes,
Cam.
Cameron. Well, we got.
What up, Cam?
We got
sexy man. You.
We got Cameron. We got Nicole. We got Fred Benny. Fred.
Oh yeah, that's my brother Freddie Gonzalez,
Hey.
living legend.
Yeah. So yeah, we got a bunch of people watching.
Hands down, one of the greatest live sound men you'll ever have.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude. He used to joke around, I can get sound out of dirt, and he can. He could take the biggest piece of shit PA system you've ever had in your life, and he'll make it sound like the Garden.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that because but he really is. He's a great sound man. He really is. Live sound, this guy can fucking mix.
Compared to Ryan.
We're gonna talk about Creative Fest.
Bosch.
Oh,
Ryan Bosch.
Worst co-host.
Hey man.
ever.
Sean tapped me on the shoulder at Creative Fest. He goes, "That's the PA," and it was one speaker and this little boy, and I go, "He knows we're here, right?" we're a little on the loud side, so.
But
But how did it sound?
Nicole ran up to.
It did.
Great. It
After
sounded
I got
great.
electrocuted, it sounded phenomenal.
Nicole ran up to.
It fixed my AFib.
Wait, it wasn't Nicole. It was Sean's girl.
Sean's wife, Melissa.
I wasn't sure if they
No,
were
that's
married or
okay.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melissa ran up to me at the end of your set, and she was like, "That sounded fucking awesome." She's like, "Whenever they play out, we can never hear the vocals."
Well, we paid attention to our amp volume because we knew the drums weren't mic'd and the PA wasn't that big, so we were like, "Yo, we can't," because we play stoner, fucking doom, rock, metal,
Shit,
whatever. We play loud. Sometimes it's too loud. We've been told that a lot by people that are like, "Yo, you guys are over the fucking top loud."
You guys are just too darn loud.
Yeah.
Too loud.
And I'm looking. I'm like,
I need that. I need that on my soundboard.
I told you that.
You know what we
I've
are.
been thinking
you
about
know.
it for years.
Yeah. If you think we're loud, I encourage anyone to go see Sleep. They will show you what loud is.
Well, you guys were the loudest band at Creator Fest.
Yeah,
which,
but there was a lot of acoustic
half the
acts
bands
too, though,
was
brothers.
just like,
You were as loud as we were willing to get. Like,
Yeah,
we
I
were
can.
gonna
that's good.
We
Yeah,
were
the band
thi-
went out before. I was like, "Thank you, good night. We'll see you later." I come
We're-
out. I'm like,
we were
"Good
like-
evening. We're fucking pitch black." I sound like Ozzy in '74. You know, like,
we were like,
"We're not
you,
fucking numb."
are you sure this is a good idea? Do you think this is going to work? Fine.
But yo, not for nothing. But and kudos to Dark Side Records. They supplied cabinets and so forth.
And they will be sponsoring again. This
And
coming
Ryan
year.
knows this as a
Yeah.
bass player too.
Mine too.
You walk in, they tell you there's a cabinet, and you're like, "All right, cool." You're expecting like some little 412 or 410 piece of shit, And then you walk in, and there's an Ampeg 8x10 fucking, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like having a fucking bassgasm.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be so
I am
loud.
gonna fucking. They're gonna.
This poor fucking bastard who's like the first vendor right in front of me.
I
is
am
just
gonna
like,
knock.
So I make ceramics.
I am going to knock the molars out of your teeth.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it sounded great. I mean, my cabinet was that was my big thing. I brought my cabinet there, and because
It sounded great.
JB
We had a
was
blast.
going to bring his, but I was like, let me just use mine. It's better. The less stuff I can use of theirs, I didn't want to like go
Are
nuts.
we
but,
are we invited back or what?
absolutely. I
Yeah?
just sent.
I was gonna say no and fuck with it.
Oh.
Well, whatever.
No, I think we're kind of landing on anybody who was there last year. Is
Well,
pretty much invited.
yeah,
back.
pretty much. There's a
Yeah.
couple up in the air right now about, well, not up in the air. There's a couple that just aren't, that Midway disbanded. Cornbread,
people graduated college.
People
Right,
graduated
yeah,
college.
no, I mean, that
What
happens.
we're trying to look for is a blend of, bands that have been on the show and bands that we know, and then Vassar students, and then fill in the gaps with other people that we know. I have a couple people that have reached out to us.
Are you getting a bigger PA?
I mean, I can.
You
It was
probably could.
fine, though.
It was.
Yeah, it worked out. It was
Oh my
pretty
god!
More
This
is
guy
always
sounded like-
more is always better.
This is a tiny little amp. You put a mic in front of it, it's fucking fine. I got a Princeton 112. I'm gonna bring that because some people might jizz their fucking pants when they see a Princeton 112 just sitting there, and I'm gonna have to mic that. You know what I mean? So it's just like whatever. If you get,
I
enough-
mean, it as the lineup sits right now, you're still the loudest band.
yeah.
So you're probably
Proudly.
going to go on
Proudly.
towards last.
with honor.
Yeah.
Yes, we wear that as a badge
I mean,
of honor.
I could see For No One getting a little louder.
Yeah, for no one's coming back. I don't know if they're gonna bring a kit.
I'll tell you what, the
whatever.
lineup was amazing. It had that Lollapalooza kind of feel where there was so many different styles.
good progression
That was beautiful. You know what I
from-
mean?
yeah.
I love that. I don't always like being on a bill where it's very genre specific kind of a thing. Like, dude, when you've got 4 or 5 bands all from
Because then it's going to be the same 8 assholes that
Right.
show up.
Yeah.
or it's just going to be like, okay, this is sounding exactly like the last band.
Right,
With
like-
your thing, it was like, wow, everybody was so dynamically different. It was beautiful.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
That's what we were going for.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be, and I mean, this year we have Sierra Fergal playing.
Yeah, Sierra Fergal is on. She, as soon as we posted something, she
was like-
emailed me. She's like, "Hey, let me play your show, please." Like she just wrote "please" like a bunch of times.
Yeah,
in the
she
email.
is so fucking rabid about gigs.
I'm not familiar with.
She came on the show. I can't remember the name of the show, but she does. She's a one-man band. She's got loop effects.
One person band.
Oh yeah, okay, fine.
Wow. We just had that fucking EEO lecture.
Come on!
Come on.
She's a
Bosh.
one-woman band. She does.
Person band.
Band.
I don't know how she identifies.
She
Come on, Bo.
how they identify. Fuck.
She does her. She's got a loop pedal for her guitar and everything, and she has the loop pedals for her vocals.
Oh, that's wild.
Awesome.
She played
She played In the Air Tonight
live on the show, and she looped everything.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I saw that. Holy shit.
We do
Awesome.
need to isolate audio so I can post the video
Yeah.
because my video was very punchy and staticky.
Okay.
It wasn't good.
Oh, okay.
Because
So,
like a lot of times when I shoot video, I pull right from headphones.
Yeah.
So if my headphones are up too high, it'll peak and it sounds like shit. So I have to pull it from the show.
But yeah, no, I saw that. That performance was fucking awesome.
but yeah, she was like all geeked up about it. So we got.
So
them,
she's a new one, and I think that's a big departure. We should put her like right in the middle of the bill.
You know, you don't have to have Logan if you don't want to.
No, I mean he's really
He
annoying
played our
us.
engagement party. It was very nice.
He's really annoying us with his support of the show.
Wow.
Yeah, right now we
If
got.
it wasn't for Logan, I wouldn't be here. So
Yeah.
you know,
so
or
Canal-
we
If it wasn't
wouldn't
for
be
Logan,
here,
This is the-
80% of the bands that have been in the studio wouldn't be.
This is
here.
the official confirmed list: is Sierra Fergale, Pitch Black Sunrise, Logan Callahan solo, and For No One. Logan's double dipping on that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Well, he's not
No,
going to get that.
It's confirmed.
Wow.
He doesn't get to perform solo and
So
perform
you're-
with his other band.
So you're the strict one. He's more the
Yeah, I
okay.
mean, if we have 11 or
Well, they're
12,
totally different.
But if we have 11 or 12 bands,
let the kid
that
play.
wanna
What
do
the
it.
fuck, Adam? Come on. Let the
Yeah,
kid
Adam.
play.
I sent an email to.
we will see how it goes.
I sent an email to Plaid Nation Revival, and I haven't heard back.
Honey, I know you're watching. You got to have Plaid Nation Revival. You
Oh,
have
yeah.
to. I mean, come on,
they're
dude.
definitely
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We reached out to everybody.
Oh,
from
wait,
last
hold
year.
on. I know there was things you wanted to get into.
Sure.
I know there was things you wanted to get into.
But we want to
But
talk about
I-
the album too.
Yeah, that too. But I came prepared for something.
Okay.
Because when Plaid Nation Revival was on, Nicole had brought it up about how I felt about the Seattle grunge era, the Stoner and Doom connection, and you were very snarkily dismissive. You were
"That's
like,
bullshit,
"Nah, that's
I don't
bullshit."
care.
You even did
Fuck
this. You
that
even
guy."
did this little chair maneuver, like, "No, that's bullshit." No,
That's a
you
good
fucking-
fashion.
You fucking do that.
I fucking, and I said, I couldn't
until now.
I couldn't fucking type fast enough. Get me on that fucking show. I'm gonna debate your fucking ass. No, but
See, here's the but like I thought
I
about
said
it.
it's a
after I got off-
connection. It's not
Now,
a.
he also does this like microphone.
He does. He's very seductive on
Oh,
his
I
mic.
settle
He
in.
really
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
I nudge it with
Yes.
the chin.
I know,
it's back
but you
and forth.
kinda-
I'm
Your
fidgety.
mic, your mic smells like
swish around in
your
your
mic
chair.
smells like IPA and bad intentions.
That's
It's
my
like-
and my chin. I always bump it with my chin.
Smells like his chin.
The thing with like I don't even remember the original.
what I had said.
conversation.
What I had said was, in the resurgence of stoner rock and doom began in the early '90s at the same time as the grunge era bands had come out.
Yeah.
And you had very genre-specific band, like a band like Nirvana, and a lot of the grunge bands hated the term grunge, or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and that's
absolutely.
we can get into that another time. But what I had said was, if you listen to a lot of the early grunge bands, the ones that, if even if you could say the big four, if you will, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, and Pearl Jam, they had elements of, excuse me, they had elements of the stoner doom thing that were completely separate. That bands had, like, for instance, the desert rock thing with bands like Caius, bands like Fu Manchu. Then you had Sleep. Then you had Monster Magnet, who actually broke through and had more of a mainstream popularity, especially with obviously Space Lord.
Wasn't Monster Magnet from Seattle?
I don't know, honestly. I'm not sure.
I feel
But
like they were.
Monster Magnet's been around for a long time, and I think
Hell
they
yeah,
may
yeah.
even predate some of the Seattle bands. I think they came out around 89 or 90. Like, for instance, the Spine of God album, which I think was their second record, which was absolutely fucking amazing, and is completely a stoner record, like very out there, very psychedelic.
1989 from Red Bank, New Jersey.
Okay, New Jersey. There you go. East Coast.
East Coast,
All right.
do it.
So there's a correlate as far as, because I'm a huge fan of both genres, because growing up in the 70s and then listening to music in the 80s, that hair metal shit was just not for me. I wasn't pretty.
Awful.
I liked the more raw, the gritty, the thrash bands and all that stuff. And then when Seattle hit, this grunge shit hit, I was like, yeah, this is it, man. This is
good.
what I've been looking for. And on top of that, as a bass
All
player,
this was horse shit. This is good.
right? And as a bass player, I was
Ryan,
like,
thoughts?
you could hear.
I
the
agree.
bass.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was excited. I was excited when it came out. It was
He's-
a whole new thing, you know.
He's listened to my rant about this.
Well,
you know?
I think like it's a whole new thing. I think it was it was honest.
It was.
Hair metal's not honest.
No. It's
pro-
horseshit. It's a
produced,
money grab.
It's produced. It's a money grab.
The formula.
It was about image, or it became about
Yeah.
image. And then the grunge came out, and it was about the music.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
people were
It was
like,
about just
whoa.
being
anti-image.
It was almost cool to go like, no, I don't want to be famous. I want to create and play in a club.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I just
Yeah.
wanna
Well,
scream
and
yell.
it's funny because Eddie Vedder said that he hated how fast that Pearl Jam had risen because he wanted to be that slow rolling in the van, riding around, grassroots.
He almost bankrupted himself.
Right, because
in the first couple
he
of
wasn't
years.
really into
Yeah.
that. It really bothered him. And he was like, no, I wanted this to be a slow burn, not, which, by the way, another great stoner band. Slow Burn.
Slow burn. Fuck yeah.
But
Great name.
But if you listen to bands like Alice in Chains, if you listen to Soundgarden, that slow, down-tuned, sludgy, stoner, long jams, extended, it's almost exactly the same. And a lot of the grunge bands, and I remember reading articles about this in that time period where they had drawn the correlation, and a lot of the stoner bands were like, hey man, we're just happy to be a part of something and blah blah blah. Where like I don't know if it wasn't Lollapalooza, it was some other tour where they had started to get bands like Monster Magnet, or they wanted bands like Sleep, but unfortunately Sleep had broken up. Who else was part of, like Caius? I'm sorry, no, not Caius had too. Caius had broken up. They were, as a matter of fact, they were supposed to go on tour with Monster Magnet at one point, but then they had called it quits. And it was all in and around the same period. And I really think that maybe not so much that they influenced each other, but if you like stoner or doom, rock or metal, you have to like Soundgarden's second album. Not
for sure.
Not loud. I mean, Louder Than Love is great too, but Bad Motorfinger is just. I mean, it's.
that's their third
I mean,
album,
Jesus
sir.
Christ, dude.
Sir,
that's their third album.
Is
Thank
it?
you very much.
Oh yes, it is. I'm sorry, my bad. These Schaefer's got me talking, but
so
you got me all revved up now. I'm getting all like
so
fucking.
maybe your wife was speaking out of turn, is what we're saying.
No.
First of all, I would never say that. Second of all,
hang on.
you're about to get married. You better learn some shit before you say things like that.
No.
Learn.
No,
Hang
it was
on,
mostly
hang
a
on.
joke.
After
The wife never speaks
So
out of turn.
what I'm trying
sir.
to say is, what exactly are you rebutting?
Here's
and
the
what
thing.
is your point, sir?
Hold on. Let me get to it. He said that there was a correlation between grunge and stoner rock. I said
think
no.
they're-
It was there was a clear divide. But
I think
after
they're-
that conversation,
They're from the same genre.
I kind of I usually just like stay up and just decompress after the show, and I started thinking like there's like bands like Tad, the U-Men.
Okay.
Fucking there was.
What about the fucking Melvins,
Tad,
dude? You know,
okay,
like
Tad for
the
sure.
Melvins.
They're
for
post
sure. I
they're
can
post punk.
see-
They're grunge. They're stoner. What are they? You
but
know.
yeah, that's the thing. They were labeled grunge bands, and they were out of Seattle, but
they were
But
around
they
before
were
that.
maybe labeled grunge bands just because they
Would
were
you
in
call Mother
Seattle.
Love Bone a grunge
Yeah.
band?
Fuck no.
But
Absolutely not.
if it wasn't for them, there
Oh,
would
grunge
be,
wouldn't exist.
and there would be
But
no
that's-
Stone Temple
yeah.
Pilots because
Yeah.
I mean that predates STP.
Do you
Yeah,
want
for
Mother
sure.
Love Bone? This is
I love Mother. I know you do too.
this is my theory about Mother Love Bone.
He's so gay for Mother Love Bone.
There was two bands. There were two bands that started. There was two bands that actually started the grunge where
Andrew Wood,
where,
though, is somebody
where
to be
grunge
gay for,
where
though. He's a pretty
grunge
motherfucker.
grunge was about to be defined by two bands, Mother Love, or it was Malfunction and Green River.
Yep, that's right.
Green
Okay,
River,
taking
Green-
it deep. Yes.
Green
okay.
River is the band.
That's Mike McCready's band.
Yes, they're the style of grunge that we know now. Malfunction was more glam.
Now, who was a Malfunction?
Andrew Wood's first band. And
Was it?
he
Okay,
was
see,
with
I didn't
his-
know that.
He was with his
Okay.
brother Kevin Wood, and the drummer's name was
Wow, and
Reagan something.
And I'm usually pretty good with this, and I had no idea
So
about that.
they stopped and they formed Mother Love Bone when both bands broke up and Mother Love Bone started.
Right, when
So
you-
then Mother Love Bone got signed, and they became the champions. They were going to be what grunge was going to sound like, glam. It
Yeah.
was gonna be a different style of glam, not so produced, not so much makeup, not like just
But if
more
you look
an
at Mother
honest,
Love Bone,
and
they
more
had
of an
a
honest,
prettier look.
a more of an honest version of what the music was at the time.
Yeah.
Andrew dies, and that gets
Grenade.
obliterated.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the only then bands start popping up that
Then
sound more
yeah,
like Green River.
People are like,
Yeah.
Super Crew.
Mark Arms.
Oh, Pearl Jam. Awesome.
But if
Mark
you listen,
Arms starts
yeah.
Mudhoney.
but if you
and
listen
Nirvana
to
pops
right,
up,
but if you
Blood
listen to
Circus, all
Mudhoney,
these
if you
bands.
listen to
Fucking
Green
Blood
River,
Circus does not get enough credit for the fucking shit that they were doing. Like they were really good.
but tell me I'm wrong. If you listen to those bands and then you listen to somebody like Caius or Monster Magnet, it's the same. You're taking a little bit of punk, you're taking a little bit of 70s psychedelic acid rock, and you're blending it into this thing. And they were both doing the same fucking thing. And then you had bands.
It's kind of like a hyperbolic version
Right,
of those two
but then
things.
you had bands
Because
that
you
were,
got like
but then you had bands like Soundgarden and Alice in Chains that discovered the Black Sabbath C sharp tuning, which automatically heavies
And now
up your
I'm out.
band.
Yeah,
I
they
have
were
no idea
darker.
what you're talking
All it
about.
is all you're doing is you're dropping your tuning to make the band sound thicker. There's a school of thought that says that Tony Iommi dropped tuning because of his finger accident. You know, he lost the tips of his fingers in a
Did you know that?
I'm out.
You're not a Black
I have
Sabbath
no
fan?
idea what's
Oh,
happening.
he
Okay.
lost the tips of his
I don't know
three
anyone. I don't know
fingers, I think?
any
He did.
names of
He
any
did.
person from Black Sabbath. I don't.
All right, so there's Ozzy.
Yeah, okay, I don't care.
I'm sorry.
I know Ozzy Osbourne. Yes, I'm familiar with him.
Dio, Ronnie
Yeah.
James.
So
I am
okay,
going to throw
I'm
a fucking
I'm-
beer at you.
yeah,
You know
I'm
that,
just-
right?
I'm
Yeah, you're
just-
doing that to fuck
Hang
with me.
on a second. I really like
He
music.
knows how much I love Sabbath. That's why he's fucking with me. Sabbath
I-
is a textbook.
Yes, I really like music.
Mhm.
I love Black Sabbath. But
If
I'm
you wanna
not,
understand-
I'm
but-
not a music nerd. I'm not really into it, and I've never played. So
Here's the
that's part of
thing:
it,
if
so.
you want to get the quick lesson in
I feel like I'm
the
gonna get it
birth
right now.
No, I'm going to give it to you. The Birth of Doom. The Birth of Doom is Master of Reality by Black Sabbath.
Sure.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Volume 4 is the follow-up to it, and those two records right there are pretty much the definition of doom stoner music. There are other bands. There's Hawkwind. There's Blue Cheer. Oh, there's a lot of bands from the early 70s. Even Led Zeppelin in some of their earlier stuff.
The stuff they didn't steal.
Blue Cheer sounds like false.
Yeah, the stuff they didn't steal.
Blue
which I
Cheer
don't even
sounds
know.
like false advertising to me.
Yeah, but you have if you're gonna make a list, you have to make it complete. You know,
Sure. No, I mean false advertising for what
know.
you're gonna get.
Yeah,
like Blue
yeah,
Cheer
yeah.
sounds like some Simon and Garfunkel shit.
That's true. There was a cover band I knew many years ago called Straight Wired, and it's like, well, which one are you? You know, make up your mind and come back. One or the other, brother. One or the other. So, the point I was making to answer your question to Bosch was he was like, or Bosch.
It's Bosch.
It's Bosch.
Yeah, it's pronounced Bosch.
We pronounce it Bosch because we were French and we stormed the Bastille. You fucking insensitive prick. Anyway, so no, but I personally, because I love both genres so much, I drew a serious correlation between the two because I feel that you can interchange any one of those bands into any one of the others, and you know. And there are too many labels in music, you know. Oh well, it's grunge, or we're post grunge pop, synth pop. Okay, stop. But there is the doom thing. There is a stoner genre. I don't like using the term grunge because I think grunge is sort of a catch-all for a phenomenon that happened in the 90s.
Sure.
You know, but those bands had that, like Ryan had said, you know, it was less about pretty and image, and it was more about the craft, about being an artist, about creating something. And that's where a lot of the stoner bands they were just like, look, man, we're going to do our thing. This is who we are, and this is what we do. And if you don't like it, then don't sign us. We don't care. We don't want to be a part of your label. Fuck it. And that's kind of the attitude that some of those Seattle bands had in the early days, you know, especially the ones that were on Sub Pop.
Yeah.
Sub Pop
The good ones.
Sub Pop was very much promoting, like, I want you to develop. You know, not like how it is nowadays where the label's like, okay, you know, you're going to do this, you're going
What
to do
are you
that, and
gonna
that's
do
the way.
for
Right,
us?
you're going to do for us.
That's a whole nother
Right.
rabbit hole.
And like I said, even a band like the Melvins, where they were just like, wait, man, we're not grunge. Stop calling us grunge. We're just what we are. We're the Melvins. You know, we do our thing, you know? And it's really easy to say, you could put on an Alice in Chains album, especially some of the newer stuff. I don't know if you're into it.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's
for
fucking.
sure.
I think it's
I
fucking
love it.
brilliant. It is so fucking sludgy.
I don't know
and
about
heavy.
the new stuff.
Dude, the last two albums
All
are
about the
unbelievable. They
Di-
really are.
The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here
and a Rainier-
Black Gives Way to Blue.
Black
was-
Gives Way to Blue, and then there's the newest one,
Rainier Fog.
Rainier Fog.
wasn't.
But you know what? It's not.
I haven't listened.
I haven't listened to
it.
any of
If
this,
you have
so
a
I
preconceived,
don't have
But the
if you have a
first-
preconceived notion of what you expect it to be going into it, it's gonna fuck your head
The
up.
first single I heard was like,
I liked it,
Doo-doo?
honestly.
Was it Doo Doo?
It wasn't
your face
doo-doo.
is saying doo.
It wasn't doo-doo, but it
Let me
wasn't
put it to you
Alice
this
in
way.
Chains.
My wife and I went to see them a few years back on the Black Gives Way to Blue tour, and we had never seen Alice in Chains before, and she's a huge Alice in Chains fan. And we went.
Oh, yeah?
and-
Really? That's surprising.
I know it is, right? It's shocking, really. I know. I would have never guessed. And
She
but
seems
dude,
more like an Oasis type.
you really want me to throw something at you? Fucking Oasis is fucking wanker music. Jesus Christ! Don't even get me started on those fucking Beatle ass fake. Oh. Anyway, it's like they smoked. They
did 90s music a
they
couple of
s-
weeks ago.
Dude, they
we need to
smoke
move
fucking,
on.
They smoke Dunhills out of smugness. Those fucking pricks. I fucking hate Oasis. Anyway,
Let's talk
it was
about
a
your album.
It was a religious experience. That's all I'm gonna say. It was seeing Alice in Chains with the new guy, and he's not even that new. It was a religious experience. It really
The
was.
new guy from
Yeah,
10
new
years
guy
At this
ago.
point,
Yeah.
at this point, he's 10 years. He's been in the band almost as long as
I mean,
Plain
obviously,
Sailing.
they're doing okay.
And dude, Lane, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The vocal performance of the '90s is fucking rooster. I'll fight anybody on that. Show
You
me
don't
a
have to
better
fight
one.
Anybody here?
Show me a better fucking vocal.
We
Dude,
agree completely.
I mean, we can fight just for fun.
I listen to that. I still get goosebumps listening to that
Oh, yeah,
goddamn
it's-
album. You know, it
it's
really
amazing.
is. It's an unbelievable piece of work. It really is. You know.
But let's talk about the album real quick. It's called Tales of a Broken Jester, which is a title track.
It is.
It's we heard a good chunk of it on the break. Now, Ryan, you tracked the drums for this?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No.
We had a friend come in. This is even before Rob.
It was before me.
I was seeing it here. It said Ryan Manning drums, but drums tracked performed by Mike May. No,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like.
No,
try
not
to
at all.
you.
No, he knows. It's fine.
But where was it done?
So we did this actually in Sean's old house. He had a studio set up, very similar to something like this. You know, he had a shed in his backyard.
Less dicks, I'm sure.
Depends on how you want to look at me, but you know. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm in the band, so there's a big dick right there. But you know, soundproof rehearsal studio set up for recording, and we went in, and our friend Mike May is a great drummer. Been in a bunch of different bands. He was in a Tool tribute, Perfect Circle tribute band for a while. Did a Queensryche tribute band also, where Nicole sang in that band briefly for a little bit.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and the guy's amazing. We call him One Track Mike. One Take Mike. I'm sorry. One Take. I mean, the guy was just
It's like a one-track mic.
Yeah.
Jesus.
monster on
His
the
drums sound thin.
Yeah, and he came in. We gave him the demos of the stuff. He came in and he did the drums for us, and then Sean and I just did the rest of the recording right there in his shed. You know, off a little digital Boss multi-track machine.
I love the packaging too.
Thank you.
I mean, this is like I picked it up and I looked at it. I'm like, all right,
Disc
so
makers.
So which one of their friends posed in this picture? And it's not. It's an old
super
painting.
old.
It is a
Right.
super old painting that I probably should have gotten some kind of copyright on that I didn't. And yeah,
Well, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, when you get that cease and desist, it's kind of nice.
It's a compliment.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
been waiting for it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. You know, sooner or later.
One day, someone's
just-
gonna get mad at us, and we're gonna be like, "Yes, we
Remember,
made it."
bad
We've been stealing
bad
bits
press
from
is
shows forever.
Oh yeah,
bad press is still press.
yeah, fuck yeah.
No
That's
matter
right.
what, dude, whatever, man. Like Dave Mustaine once said, you got to buy them to burn them. So you know.
All right.
So it was I was looking for something that matched the title, Broken Jester, and you know, when you Google something like that, you get a bunch of guys in fucking clown costumes, and
Sure.
they're like, oh, no, this is gonna work. So
Yeah. You're not a punk band,
no.
so
And I saw that, and I was like, oh fuck, this is perfect, you know. And you know, it's sort of a concept album, but not really. You know, it's sort of a semi-autobiographical tale of just stuff that I had been through and stuff that some of Sean had been through and some other stuff that I kind of incorporated into the lyrics.
just
of
as long as like not like Coheed and Cambria, where you can't even
Yeah.
understand what they're
it. Not
talking
yet.
about.
Yeah. That's all about
The
his,
second stage turbine blade.
it's all about
What, dude?
it's all about well he writes novels and comics about his his band is actually the soundtrack to it.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's just fucking
I know,
bizarre.
it is,
Outside
it is.
looking in, it's like,
It's like, I don't
It is.
care.
what
I
are you
don't like it.
talking about?
Prog rock bands love that concept shit.
Good Apollo, I'm burning for the fucking whatever. I'm like, I don't even know what those words. He's just slapping words together.
Yeah.
Sorry, from Nyack. I really shouldn't talk shit too much
What
shit.
was your prog rock band name again?
Oh God, Johnny.
Johnny
Liquid
Rain.
Fistula.
Liquid.
Ew.
No, that's the first album.
Ew.
That's not the
No,
name
no,
of the
no,
band.
no, no. It was Liquid Fistula.
Liquid
and,
Fistula.
and I can't remember the. Johnny Rain was the solo artist.
Well, I'd wear that
Johnny
t-shirt.
Rain is the front man of this
Liquid Fistula,
fictitious
I like it.
They're like-
prog rock band
they're
called
like-
Liquid Fistula.
They're like Dream
No,
Theater.
it's fuck
If you understand what a fistula is, it's really
right
gross.
in my head.
Logan-
Hang on.
Logan
No,
knows.
we know what it is.
Logan
Yeah, 'cause
has
I
like a
explained it.
well of dead radio knowledge that
what
he
the
dips
fuck?
into all the time. I'm like, what are you
the fuck
talking
is
about? He's
the
like, you
name
said it on episode XYZ, and I'm like, I don't know that.
He's like one of those. He's like one of those Howard Stern, Opie, and
object-
Anthony fans.
Yeah.
You know, like
wait. Yeah, exactly.
I'm the keeper
No.
of your
So,
knowledge. you know.
What we're talking about is the first album by Liquid Fistula is called Object Permanence.
Yes.
And
Dude,
the front,
first
the
off, I want to listen
frontman-
to it already.
The front man from this band, his name is Johnny Rain, and it's spelled like that. It's JOHNNI.
Don't forget the misplaced umlauts over the friggin' and the
And
last
the,
and
and the
sad
last
face.
name
That
is
is so-
RHAINN, and there's just umlauts. Just
That is
scattered
so,
throughout.
dude. That is so fucking rock star. It's not even funny.
so-
I already want to listen to it. I swear to God.
Yeah, we're eventually someday in 26 years gonna do a.
Well,
a
if you need a
video
bass
of-
player, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm more than.
Or a drummer.
So
yeah,
Ryan,
there you go. Yeah.
Ryan's gonna be Johnny Rain.
Well, we
I
both
picture
love prog
you-
rock, so you know.
I picture you in a black, like, jet fucking black wig down to your shoulders.
yes, very long, straight.
Yeah.
What was
the
that?
ring.
Yeah,
Makeup.
very, very straight.
What was that
Makeup,
shit that
lots
fucking,
of glitter.
What was his
No
name?
shirt on.
Open, like,
no,
open
no,
chest,
No,
like-
no shirt on
No
at
shirt?
all.
Spoon
Leather
chest.
trench coat.
Leather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Wait, what was that fucking? What was his name? The
Also leather pants.
who was the country artist that released
And
the
leather
rock
underwear.
album? Garth Brooks. What was that? Remember he released?
Oh
a-
yeah, he had
Chris
a
Gaines.
persona.
Chris Gaines.
It's
But
Chris
dude,
Gaines.
this is a total Chris Gaines type of thing, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
Your alter ego and shit. You know.
You guys need to listen to your mom's house podcast.
Yeah, they're obsessed with Garth Brooks
Yeah.
right now because his Instagram is completely
Yeah.
like the most
Good
douche-chilling
stuff.
thing you've ever
Neat
seen.
stuff.
Yeah.
He's
Hashtag Garth Brooks.
he is-
Hashtag fun.
he is
Hashtag album.
absolutely- He has absolutely cut people up and buried them.
Wow.
Absolutely.
He's got those
Garth
weird,
Brooks.
crazy eyes where he stares into the camera like
Great stuff.
he's
Neat
like
stuff.
this is his face.
Awesome stuff.
Who is it? Garth Brooks.
Yeah, Garth Brooks is a psychopath.
You know, you just can't give $1 million to some people.
Yeah.
You know, that's the bottom line, dude.
That guy can hire security and pay them off to not tell the police that he's cut bodies up.
So where can you get the album?
So, pitchblacksunrise.com. You can get it. Bandcamp is definitely the best place. You can get the download. You can download the tracks right from there, or you can order it. Be more than happy to ship it out to you. Also, we have our T-shirts on sale. We have our super cool die cut decals with
Yeah,
our
these are
new logo.
great, man.
These are
Which, by the
beautiful.
way, Ryan redesigned the logo a little bit for us. And
Yeah,
that's where we have
it's
the
like-
sun thing coming out of it.
This
yeah.
just came to me in a dream. Oh,
It
wait.
did, yeah.
Oh yes,
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 yes.
Ryan.
No.
Other Ryan.
There's too many Ryans. The fuck.
I like that though.
yeah.
It came to you in a dream. That's even better though. It's a better
Please.
story.
Download it. We're really an awesome band, kind of. You know.
Right, pompous.
I don't want to be too like.
Oh man,
We
I want
will
that to be
kill
the-
every band you love.
Just
Fuck
like-
you.
I really want that to be the first.
We're
the first
a really
review
awesome
of your album.
band, I promise.
I swear to
shit,
God,
that's
we
great.
sound better than them, and that's it. You know.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I thought we were keeping him out of this.
Who's that?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry. See, I'm bad at this.
This is your show, dude. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, you know, speaking of our show.
Buy our album.
Let's talk
We're
about,
a
let's
really
talk
great
about
band.
some shit puke.
Well, hang
Ah.
on. Before that, we'll do one of these from the Corrections Omissions Department. From the Corrections and Omissions Department. Notes from the Corrections and Omissions Department. You
Corrections
want
and
them?
omissions.
Yeah. So, corrections and omissions for this week. Last week we were talking about the bottom of a mug. You know, what do? You throw the clay and then you form it like
Yep.
in
Yeah.
On a
in
wheel.
Ghost, the movie Ghost.
Yeah.
The bottom of a mug that you trim is called a foot, not
a lip.
Not a lip.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's
I get a stern talking to.
yeah. So that's the that's in
From-
corrections and
from
omissions.
Potter Amy or ceramicist or whatever. What is the term? It's
Ceramicist.
Ceramicist.
No, it's ceramicist.
Yeah, which is a weird word.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It
I
is.
feel like
It's a
Potter is a
word.
better word.
Also, we have the first ever mashup edition of Corrections and Omissions. Let's do it one more time.
From the Corrections Omissions Department. From the Corrections
And-
Omissions Department.
Notes
And
from the
shit
Corrections and
story.
Omissions Department presents.
Corrections and omissions.
Yeah.
But I guess it's also
That's confusing. Well, that's
So
very confusing.
Apparently, I left a few things
Oh,
out.
okay. So
Are we getting waterboarded now? Is that what's going on?
No, you're about to. Are you guys weird about like puke and shit stories?
I'm a paramedic.
Should be good.
I'm a paramedic with the New York City
So
Fire
you're
Department.
fine.
Real
Okay.
quick,
Gosh.
real quick, a little
Real
context.
queef.
Real queef. Last week we were talking about.
Now wait, queefs bother me though. That they freak me out a little bit.
We were talking about Adam's dog, Buckley, who is he's a shit connoisseur. Like he is
Yeah.
it's a delicacy for him, and he likes to eat it and then throw it up. So then it's. It was really hard for me last week. I almost
that was
puked.
really
I'm
bad.
saying that.
I almost
That
puked.
saved the show.
I don't think so. That was a solid
that was
show.
a
I think it was a
show.
very solid show because of that.
okay. Well, the reason I'm
But
here.
Michael Bublé and his list.
Oh,
Okay,
the-
you ruined
the
Michael Bublé for
the
me, by
Michael
the way.
Bublé,
Well,
the
'cause I
Michael
was-
Bublé thing
yeah.
was great.
Real quick,
But I
Michael
think-
Bublé has a horrible lisp.
Yeah.
That's all I need to tell you.
It's
Merry
a real thing. He
Christmas.
does.
Merry Christmas,
He
everybody.
ruined Michael
Wow.
Bublé.
So Adam told the story about Buckley eating pounds of shit and then
Yeah.
puking it out, and then
Really?
Okay.
Oh
It's
yeah,
about-
this is gonna
it's
be
something.
great.
It's some
Yeah.
like
Right.
I can handle human shit stories, but when it comes to dogs
But what if-
shitting and then
what-
eating the
But
shit,
what if
it's a
what
lot,
if
it's a
it
lot
was
for me.
human shit that a dog ate?
Wait,
and
you
then the
talked
dog
about
threw
this
it out?
last week. You can't go into that
It's
again.
the dog part that throws you off.
No, it's
Okay.
just the vomiting of.
What if it was a human eating human shit and then the human threw the shit out?
That would be pretty bad too.
There's
but,
actually
it's like something.
There's
about,
actually a psychological compulsion.
Oh yeah.
People
Shit.
suffer from that. Yeah, they
Delicious
they have to
shit.
eat their own feces.
So apparently,
Really? Yeah, it's pretty fucking
apparently,
bad.
yeah, the guy that invented fucking what the fuck's the name of that? Like the
Snuggies.
Tide.
Snuggies.
No, the virus software that you get on a PC.
McAfee.
McAfee. Yeah, the CEO of McAfee. You haven't heard this on your mom's house
He eats
podcast?
his own
No.
Yeah, he moved to he sold the company. He
invented
moved
eating
to fuck.
shit?
No, he sold the company. He moved to some fucking foreign country and has women sit in a shit hammock and shit in his mouth. You have not heard this?
I have
All
not.
right, we won't get into that. Just Google it.
Wait.
Just look it up.
What?
Yeah, that's
I
all
don't-
true.
I
Those
don't
are
want-
all things.
How does he
there's
know
a
this is the
documentary
question.
about it.
I listened to another podcast that's way better than ours.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
has this,
okay.
has
They
this
have a
kind of
producer that
I don't want to come on this
researches
show
They have this-
anymore.
this golden information.
But
It's a
yeah,
golden
they got a
shower of
soundbite- They have a soundbite where
No,
the
it's a brown shower.
where the Asian lady is like shit in mouth.
You know what
really
though?
bad.
Just for a quick segue, I'm sorry, a quick sidebar. When you get a chance, Google Zimbabwe swamp cannon.
I'd
Okay.
rather not.
I'm scared.
You should.
don't-
I know you'll love it.
He
It'll
won't
be
love
funny.
it.
Yeah, you'll love it. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so
IBC,
Amy,
you'll
please
love it.
let me know what we missed in this story.
Okay, so I'm here because I listened to every show, by the way.
Thank you.
Because yeah, you're not
'Cause
bringing.
she's a
By the way,
wonderful
wait.
Fiance and partner.
By the way,
You're
you're
learning.
not bringing your boosted board to Florida. That's a no.
we already talked about it.
I know, but the
no,
reason
but we already talked about it, and she was like, "Well, I guess we have room."
no.
You definitely said that.
Okay, so the reason I'm here is because I listened to last week's show, and Adam's story was 96% incorrect.
It was abbreviated.
Wow.
It was no. It was
It was
pretty
totally wrong.
incorrect.
96.
Okay.
No,
now
he got the key points. Buckley did eat poop and then throw it up.
Yes.
Okay, so from the beginning, I got a text from Adam while I was at work that he got home, which means he was at work, which he wasn't off that day, which is what he said last week. He said, I got home from work and Buckley shit in his crate and then ate it, and I can't handle it because he's covered in shit, and I don't know how much longer I can take this. And that was I went back in my text and I looked at it. So he got sick in his crate, and then Adam had him out in the house, and he got sick in the house and threw up shit.
Sent a wife text to your fiance. That's a wife text. That's I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I'm at work. What the fuck do you want me to do?
Hang on. Me just telling the story to you almost made you throw up.
I know.
So I told her that I can barely handle what's going on, and I was actually dealing with it.
Oh, no. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So, yeah.
But why would you text her?
Because I want her to come home and deal with it.
Dude, are you kidding?
Yeah.
What the crux of that message was,
This is your fucking dog, and I hate him.
I feel like
if
I
you
don't
have to do it.
want to deal with your dog, and I might shoot him.
Wait, what's even funnier is you guys are planning on having kids?
Yeah.
Okay, that's for later.
Okay,
Save that for later.
Hang on. Wait till the end of the story.
Okay.
Before you because your
Okay,
children
that's fine.
have probably never eaten their own shit and other dogs' shit and then puked it up a lot.
You'd be amazed what kids do.
Oh, they probably haven't done this.
Mine haven't, but
they just like if a child was
Ryan?
able to move.
Have your kids? Do you have kids?
I don't have kids.
But
like seriously.
Good man.
But I grew up on a farm, so I've seen a lot of shit.
Yeah, so
I'm not shocked by any of this. By the way.
Okay. So a small calf. Let's say a cow. Let's just say it was a cow. Any fucking animal was able to move with the efficiency to eat a large amount of fecal matter and then puke it all over your kitchen while you're like, no, stop it.
Do you have a
Please
power
fucking
washer?
stop. I would not use a power washer in my kitchen for dog shit.
Listen to me.
Let her
Wait,
finish.
no,
Let her
what's-
finish the
There's
story.
more?
No, there's way more.
There's way more. Okay, so that's just the beginning.
My story times 4, apparently.
He texted me while I was at work and said, I can't deal with Buckley anymore. He shit in his crate. It's all over him. I threw him in the bathtub. I threw his crate in the bathtub. And he was like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to keep him in the kitchen with me. And then I got a text a little while later, like, it smells like shit in this entire house. And I came home and it smelled like
What
shit.
time was this?
He probably texted me
Like
at 3 and I came home at 5.
Okay.
So he puked in the house when Adam had him, and he puked up shit. So the whole house smelled like
Because
shit.
that was all he had eaten that day.
Well, I'm
was
getting to
his
that.
own shit.
Okay, so I got home. I took him out. He had diarrhea. So he ate he ate his diarrhea in his crate. He must have done it in his crate and then ate it, and then he got sick.
Just
Oh my
before
God.
this, I had cleaned him up, taken him out. He had already puked up shit outside, which almost made me throw up.
Mm-hmm.
And then brought him inside, said I was keeping him in the kitchen.
Yes, and he also puked in the kitchen.
Mhm.
And that was before I got home. And then I'm standing in the kitchen talking to Adam, and Buckley starts going, "Ugh, ugh," and he pukes about 3 or 4
all right, bro?
times, just pure liquid shit. And
Outstanding.
Adam just walks away.
No,
And he
I did
can't.
not
He's
just
like,
walk
he
away.
was
I said-
gagging, and
No,
he was like,
I was
can't.
holding by the collar.
He was like, I can't.
I was holding by the collar and trying to keep it contained.
Isn't it amazing how fast
Yeah.
the smell hits you when,
It does,
when the
but
vomit hits the floor?
I just wasn't
Yeah, it's
breathing
so-
through my nose.
You've never shit in a
Okay,
tub.
so
far as
now-
you know, my
okay.
friend. So far as you know.
We can talk about that.
I
But
have.
So in this
I know how
situation-
fast shit permeates.
I'll tell you my
In this-
bidet story
in
another
this
time.
situation, I'm holding him by the collar to try and get him to not run out of the room because the dog's instinct is to run into a corner
Yes.
and puke, which is going to be on carpet. So I'm holding him, gagging, and trying to hold it together. And at a certain point, I was just
Well-
I can't do this unless you want to
Why
clean
didn't
up
you
my
just
puke too.
Why didn't you just send him outside?
You can't send him outside. He's
No.
actively puking.
Outside, puke
no,
out in the
we
fucking
have
yard.
We have a raised ranch house, so we have to go down the stairs.
I would have
He was
carried
puking
him down the stairs while he was puking, spitting fucking
shit
fecal
vomit.
matter, fucking shit vomit.
As far as
down
I'm
the
concerned,
stairs.
your ass is out for the rest of the day, my friend. You're coming back in
Yeah,
later.
but that would have been fine once he stopped.
Just real
but
quick.
he was just going and he puked like 4 times in the kitchen.
Just real quick, Cameron had to tap out.
And then
Cameron simply wrote, "I can't handle this," and we went from 8 to 7 viewers.
And then Fred Benny said, "Enjoy your meal." So the dog is actively puking up his own shit, possibly the other dog's shit. I don't know.
Well, as soon as he started making the bleh noise, I just stopped breathing through my nose because I knew what was going to happen.
Smart girl.
And then Adam was like, "I can't handle this. I
Yeah,
have to
I
go
held him
throw
down
up."
until he stopped.
Yeah, but I had to.
Yeah.
There was like puddles of puke shit.
And then I took him.
Shit puke, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Shit
but then
puke. That's what we call
shit
Buckley,
puke.
actually. We call him
it's
shit
his new
puke.
nickname. Is
Oh,
shit
okay.
puke. So, and then I took the dogs outside while you handled it, so I didn't also puke.
But I
in the
did ask
fucking-
him. I was like, "What the fuck are you gonna do when we have children?
This is
They don't eat their own shit.
Children
but they
don't
definitely,
eat their own shit.
But they definitely have like
They do get
shit
shitty.
incidences.
They do get shitty fingers sometimes.
Brother, okay, but I can deal with shit.
Can
I
you?
can deal with shit.
Clearly
I can deal
not.
I can deal with dog shit all day long. It's not a problem. I can deal with human shit.
It's just
That's
the
never been
combination
a
of shit
problem.
and vomit.
So
It's
what
the
is your
dog ate the shit and then was puking up liquid shit.
Yeah, that's what.
in the kitchen. Look at you, and you're trying to judge me.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
judging you about
No.
that. I'm judging you about the text. This is
What was it?
out of
I can
all
find it.
this entire story.
Let me see
Okay.
the text.
No,
I
no,
wanna-
no,
I want to
stop.
see the text message.
Yeah.
This entire story.
Okay.
Okay, I just harkened back to when I was trying to empty the shit bucket in the backyard. It was poop soup, and I went to pick up the bag. It ripped, it fell, and I basically was showered with dog
Oh.
shit.
Okay.
I was covered in it.
I mean
You're
that
talking about a text that I didn't think. So
that'll push anybody
Yeah.
to the limit. Yeah.
I didn't text Brooke saying I'm covered in shit. What do I do?
Go with
no.
it.
So this text message was not "I'm covered in shit. What do I do?" It was, "I think I want to get rid of the dog."
Oh,
He always
Totally
says that.
different thing.
well, that's another. That again,
Yeah.
you don't text
Now,
that.
Adam-
That's a face-to-face conversation.
Adam, you know you
Yeah.
can't do that with
but
kids.
but this was not the first. Oh yeah. That's different. They got your DNA. You're attached.
Yeah.
So this is very different about that. Like I wouldn't have texted her like if it was our kids and our kids shit that was all over my face. I would be like, I don't know what we should do right now.
oh,
This
you would
was-
be surprised
this
some of the
was-
things you say.
This was we've had the dog for a year, and I don't think I want him anymore.
Okay, so all right.
That's what it was. So we had to totally.
all right.
Yeah,
so
we were.
all
Yeah,
right.
we definitely.
I'm fine now.
We weren't in
my
the. Yeah,
my,
it was.
my hang
it
up was
up
are you
until-
seriously texting somebody at work? What do
Wait,
I do?
I got it.
I'll
No,
fucking
no.
kill you.
No,
Wait, wait, wait.
because
Brooke's
I knew
done
what
that to
do.
me.
She's
Yeah.
got it.
Brooke
She's
did
got
that
it.
to me early
Yeah.
on in the relationship, and I
She's
flipped,
pulling up the text
I
right
flipped
now.
out on
Yeah.
her. I was like, how the fuck in your brain does it make sense to call me while I'm at work to figure something? You figure it out. What the fuck
Yeah.
am I gonna do? Leave
No,
work?
no.
What are you
This
nuts?
definitely,
First
this
of
definitely
all-
wasn't that.
All right.
First of all,
I misunderstood. I'm
regardless of how it
First
comes
of all, you
out,
flipping out. Wow, what a surprise.
regardless
Second-
of how it comes out, I think it was something to the effect of like, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
I love marriage rookies.
Well-
I really do.
That was when we were
So
dating.
what did I? Wait,
Well,
hang on. She's
backstory
got
to the
text message.
story is that he was actually supposed to make us a romantic dinner, which did not happen.
Oh,
no.
of course it didn't happen because the dog shit fucking.
I mean,
puke,
you could have made
puke shit all over the
what
fucking
did,
house.
Cameron said spuke.
Puke.
And
There's
then-
also Cromit.
Cromit. I'm not really sure how that works. Oh, crap. Okay, crap. Cromit. All right. Cromit. Cromit's actually the winner right now.
Yeah, Cromit's pretty.
What
good.
a way to promote an album. Holy Christ.
No. Stress venting my ass. You wait till my ass gets home. You can scream and yell at me all you fucking want. Don't send me a
Yeah.
text while I'm at work when I can do nothing.
Yeah.
What I love
No,
is
it's true, and I wasn't doing that. It was just kind of like I was exasperated.
Okay.
It was.
And I was just
But-
like, I don't think I can deal with this anymore because
Well, how about
The
I
thing
just
is
read
with
it
a
and you
new-
shut up?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. He said, I don't know how much longer I can take this with Buckley. He was covered in shit from head to toe when I got home. He pissed in his crate at some point this morning. The entire house now smells like shit. And he puked up liquid shit when I took him outside. So yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, like at that point, I was.
You'd reached your max.
Yeah, I don't like this dog at all. Like at all. So there's nothing worth me dealing with this.
Bet you fucking love him now.
No. We are weeks
This
and
was a
weeks
month
and
ago.
weeks out of this.
Yeah,
So
this
4
isn't
weeks.
This isn't far.
This is
isn't
4
that
weeks
long
away.
ago.
We
The only
shouldn't be-
reason why we're hearing about it in the past 2 weeks is because we've had guests and we haven't been able to talk about it on the show.
So you wait till Pitch Black Sunrise comes on. It's
so
like,
the thing
yeah,
is-
perfect. We'll talk about shit while these guys are here.
So the thing is,
Yes.
And Sean said to me,
If-
"Don't embarrass me."
if-
No, it's fine. I'll behave. You have no idea.
if Amy said to me, "This is a problem. I want to get rid of the dog," right now,
You would have done it?
No, it'd be a conversation because he's been fine for about a month.
Was he a puppy when this happened?
No,
Well,
he's a fucking year old.
He's a year.
He's a year and a.
Have you ever
a
owned-
year and a couple of months?
I don't
at
mean this
point,
to be
yeah.
insulting or condescending, but have
No.
you ever owned dogs before?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
But the dog
there's
we
a lot
own
of
is
dogs
obviously
doing
an
it.
alien.
And then also,
He's an alien.
Also, I said I didn't want to get a puppy, and then we got a puppy, and now here we are.
But I never. Okay, so the reason.
Uh-oh.
Wow,
You-
I want to
No, not not
I don't want to get hit by anything.
Everything's fine. Everything's
Steer
fine.
clear.
We're not getting rid of Buckley, but we're never getting a puppy.
No,
again.
but the reason I wanted a puppy is because I never got a puppy
Okay.
when I was.
And now you've done it, and now we've
now
told
I've
the
done it,
story,
and then we
and
won't
now
do
we'll
it
never
again.
fucking do it again. So we've done it. It's not an "I told you so" thing. It's just
This
I
is
don't.
the greatest show ever.
I don't ever want to do this again. I don't. And we've talked
Flash
about it.
forward to
Yeah.
5 years from now when we have one child.
Yep. And she's gonna go. We're gonna get a puppy, and I'll be like, "Yeah, fucking."
No,
told you
I
so."
meant we have one kid.
We'll
'cause
be
I
here
never
promoting.
wanted
We'll
to.
be
But
here
the thing
promoting
is,
an
like,
album, and he's going to
I
be
feel
talking
like
about
the
when the kid threw the
payoff-
diaper at his head and fucking.
Okay, so Buckley will be dead in 10 years.
No,
oh my
be
God.
like 15.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, Buckley
He's,
will be
like,
dead in 15
small.
years. The kid will be dead in like 100 years. So,
Wow.
it's just
You just put a
cost
damper
benefit
on this
analysis.
Or
So-
9. You never know.
Jim
Oh, yeah.
Norton had a
I
great
put that
bit about
juju
that.
on you.
Jim Norton had a
Wow.
great bit about that. The fucking bicycle at the curb. That's terrible. No,
If you
we're
put
not.
that juju on me, I'm gonna send Buckley over here to shit puke all over your house.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll take care of him.
I'm going to film you cleaning that up.
I can
too.
just
I'm gonna be right
imagine
on that.
you dealing with, me just talking about it. You're like, "Ugh."
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh, it would have been.
This is what would have been. This is what would have happened. I probably would have just taken him outside, hooked him up to something, vomiting the entire time. Like
fine.
I'm not making. You know,
It would have been bad.
That would have made
It's
me
fine.
puke. I would have probably puked all over the house, or maybe puked all over the house. But I know this for a fact: no text would have been sent.
Can
And
I?
that's all
can
I'm
I
gonna
just?
say.
Okay. I think a text would have
I'm
been.
just fucking
yeah.
with you. That's I know what the hell.
So I think we all understand what the context of what happened was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, what do I do? It was like,
I fucking
don't-
hate your dog. I
it
don't
was-
want it anymore.
Yeah, it was. We were 2 texts away from "This is your dog," and this is like,
This is your fucking problem. Come home and deal
like
with it.
it's your fault.
Mike Bleakley just made a comment. It's like the Jay and Silent Bob skit from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. We're gonna shit out their shit and make them eat their own shit, guys.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh yeah.
So-
Okay. Yeah.
it was
I can
just,
see that.
It was just one of those situations where the text started before the worst of it happened.
You're a good woman.
So the text was
You are.
I
have
came
a lot to
home,
deal
we were
with. You have
crate
a lot to
training
deal
the
with.
dog. He's covered in
I
shit.
agree.
He's eating his own shit, and he just puked up his own shit
Can I just-
outside. The
And
first
he's white. He's like mostly white, so it's just like
What
he's
the
like
fuck
a
does
brown
that-
dog.
fuck is
now.
Wait. What the fuck
you
does
fucking
that mean?
piece of shit.
You fucking racist prick. What does that
You
mean? He's
piece
white.
of shit,
What
puke.
the
Yeah.
fuck kind of shit?
So
what kind of
okay.
show am I on?
I
You
didn't know what
fucking
was going
hack.
on. For a split second, I was like, "Why are they yelling at me all of a sudden?" I'm like, he is. He's mostly
Okay,
white.
So,
Oh.
the,
So that's how it goes on this show, huh?
the text that she read was after I had given the dog a bath because he was covered in his own shit. I had taken him outside.
And there's
Just
more.
Let's give some more context to this. So the
Oh
dog
my
was,
God, are you kidding me?
He was completely.
Dude, look at this. This is the menace.
Yeah, fuck
this
that
is the
piece of
fucking,
shit.
Oh,
Where's the
man.
camera?
Fuck that
Where's the camera?
goddamn asshole.
This is the menace he's
So-
talking about.
Listen,
No,
I know
they
that.
do that. They're really good at that.
Yeah.
So he's covered in shit in his fucking crate. I give him a bath, and I had to seriously bring the crate into the bathroom because I couldn't take him out of the crate in the bedroom
my
because there
God.
would have been shit everywhere. So I bring the whole crate. I line it up to the
Looks so
bathroom
innocent.
door,
I
like
know.
you know how they push the fucking raptor thing
Oh,
in
man.
Jurassic Park, like up to the pen.
So
and
so
they lift
clearly,
the thing.
Yeah.
So I
clearly
I pulled
this is the Velociraptor
Yeah,
that
he's a
he's
piece of
talking
shit.
about.
Yeah,
This
fuck that asshole.
savage animal
Look,
that.
look at
So-
my guy. See him?
so I
see
take-
see that adorable photo of my fucking dog? That was like a few days before. There was a few days before he ate my $150 headphones.
So,
he was warming up.
So
there.
I take the whole dog.
Only
crate.
heard what Adam's
are-
dog did, and he's like, "Well,
So-
fuck, I'm not going to be left out of the show.
They
Fuck
can
that."
be pieces of shit.
Yeah. So I take the whole dog crate, which is just filled with
Shit puke.
dog fecal matter and shit puke, and the dog, and I bring it up to the door of the bathroom. It's exactly like the opening scene of Jurassic Park, where they bring the fucking pen right up to the thing, and they open the door. So I pull the thing into the door of the bathroom. I lock the other door, and I'm wearing like work clothes because I don't want to get shit all
Biggest
over
regret
me.
in my life
Yeah.
to this date is not being there to see this. I
I-
swear to God.
I picture him
terrible.
opening the thing and trying to close the door, and he gets pulled in, and he's like,
yeah. He's like,
"Shoot her!"
poking a dog with a fucking stunt stick.
So I open the cage, I grab his collar, I drag him right into the bathtub, which is already full, like ready to. So I wash the dog, and then I was like, he obviously was,
Oh, he got a bath.
he was obviously sick. I'm gonna bring him outside. He doesn't do anything except for puke up his own shit.
Okay.
And that was the beginning of this. And that was when you got that text. Because it was an hour and a half of cleaning shit off of a fucking dog that I don't even like. Then him puking up his own shit outside.
But
That was where it started.
But
and
you did
that-
it, though.
That
But you
was-
did it.
Yes.
You
and
did it.
that was where that text came in where I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. That was
Okay.
where that text came
Can I
and
just-
then it got 45 times worse.
and you're gonna have children with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I just?
And
add-
my children, I'd be like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, but I'm gonna.
I can't wait till he comes home and the kid's just eating shit
Yeah.
by the handful.
That freaks him out.
But I've never heard an account of a child eating their own shit.
I've heard
hear
of
it
an
all the
account
time, the
of
dog-
a child painting with their own poop.
Oh, that's way better.
No, it's
That's
not.
way better.
You have a very, very
That is way
strange
better
sense
than
of-
watching your progeny eat their shit
that's a
and
fun
then
one.
puke it up in your fucking kitchen.
watching
Okay,
your
can I
progeny.
just-
Go ahead.
Can I just add one thing? Okay,
Sure.
so we've been working with Buckley with the crate.
It's better.
And he's been
It's-
better.
It's way better.
He's been
now.
way
And we
better.
should have done it in the first place. But,
But we couldn't.
the reason that we didn't crate train him in the first place was because we had tenants downstairs that we were actively evicting. And
Right.
we didn't want to give them ammunition. So
And-
him
Okay.
barking for 12 hours a day was going to be a problem.
Okay.
But he's fine now. Everything's fine now.
Well, maybe he
It's
was just trying to give
marginally
you.
fine.
Maybe he was giving you some kind of a message. You know?
Shit
that
puke.
he's a terrible piece of shit fucking
Wow.
dog that's
He's-
forever named
Okay,
shit puke.
I will say he's not a perfect dog, and he's very imperfect, but he's a good dog most of the time.
Yeah,
I believe you.
he will be.
I do.
Once
believe
we've
it.
broken
We
him.
have brainwashed him into
Yeah.
being a good dog. He is super submissive, and he can be actively chewing on bone or a piece of food, and you can take it out of his mouth, and he will not do anything. He will just sit there and wait for you to give it
So
back.
he'll get there. He's just
a shitload of work.
Yeah,
Puppies
we
are a
weren't.
shitload of
Yeah,
work.
we weren't able to.
And I
crate
said it
train
when
him
when you
properly.
first got him. I'm like, you're gonna hate this dog for the first 9 months of its life.
Yeah.
It's been
And that was also why I said, yeah, that's why we're fostering him and we haven't committed to getting a puppy. And the moment that I met him, she's like, we're keeping him.
Oh, fucking! I fostered Alistair for 2 days. I was like, no, we're keeping him.
I got 1 second. 1 second of fostering Buckley.
He was sleeping on me in the car. What do you want me to do?
You passed the ultimate test, though. You did. You passed the ultimate
She
test.
walked into Crafted Cup with him, and she's like, we're keeping him. I was like, I'm not arguing with that.
Ryan, what kind of farm did you grow up on here? I'm curious.
Dairy farm.
Ah, so
Did they make
cows.
moonshine
Yes.
there? Because we got to get to that.
Oh, jeez.
We did not, but we should have, because it would have made it even better. But we also had chickens and pigs, and we had all kinds of all kinds of wildlife, stray cats.
We have chickens. I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so our chickens.
Maybe I can answer. It's hard to say.
This just took a fucking right-hand
Chickens
turn.
have not laid eggs in like
6 months.
6 months, and they're not old.
Have you taken into consideration their males?
They're not males.
No, they let
I know,
eggs
that would
for
be a
month.
rooster, right?
Yeah.
They did
Yeah.
lay eggs,
Yeah,
but they have
just,
not in 6
they
months.
just stopped.
I don't know the answer to that, but I've heard that there's times where they don't lay eggs
There is, like in the
Yeah, but
winter,
it's been
they
like
don't.
a year.
in the
Yeah.
winter, but
Yeah.
yeah,
in
that's
the
a long
winter,
time.
but it was the summer when they stopped laying.
I'm not
I-
sure. To
I
be
think they
honest
just
with
got
you.
spooked.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that too. With like they can get so scared that they stop laying. But
You have issues with predators?
Oh, yeah, coyotes.
feral
Fox and
cats.
coyotes and stuff.
Yeah, we lost the first 2 broods of chickens that we had to coyotes or foxes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that could be part of it too.
I mean, but we've been good with them. We put them like in like a nice outside cage, like they're not exposed to the complete outside, so they can't be like
they're in like
attacked
a
anymore.
dog pen and a coop, so nothing can get to them. But yeah,
But it
they
could
just
scare
they just
'em.
don't fucking lay eggs.
But it's like we're spending money on them for food every month, and they're not giving us any eggs, so they're kind of freeloaders.
Fuck them.
You're like, come on, chickens. At least give
Yeah,
us
and they're too
something."
old to even eat.
They wouldn't even taste good.
Well,
Yeah,
they all
no,
have
we gave them all
names,
names, so
so-
I just can't do it.
Never name your food.
Yeah.
Well, they were pets because we're a city of Poughkeepsie, so they're pets.
Oh, okay. All right. So.
Yeah, they have to be pets.
Right. Yeah, you got to define it, right? Otherwise,
So, did you guys want to try some moonshine?
Sure. why not?
Absolutely. Tis the
Alright.
season.
So,
I gotta pee again too. Damn. I'm gonna wait for Bosch to get back.
Yeah,
Or Bosch.
we're gonna have to.
It's the Bosch.
The Bosch.
It's the
So,
Bosch. The Bosch Lou.
I have to pee as well, but we got to keep this going. So,
Okay.
So this right here is the first run right out of the still from my buddy Chad. He's 164th Napanock Indian.
Wow.
Ah.
Yeah, and he makes pretty good moonshine.
Chad was on the show once, wasn't he? Or?
No. He doesn't
Okay.
want to expose himself because making moonshine is a felony.
All right. Hold on.
So-
I'll be right
yeah.
back. Give me 2
All right.
seconds.
Sure. Yeah, I think everyone's gonna take a pee break.
Yeah, mid-show pee breaks.
Yeah.
We're
So,
on to
so just to fill you in, Bosch.
that. Oh, is this
so
Chad stuff? Did we do
yeah.
the bumper?
So no, we didn't.
Should we?
Sure.
It's What Are You Drinking?
So we've got 2 offerings tonight from Chad.
Chaddington Geronimo. Have you explained Chaddington Geronimo to
Chad,
everybody?
Chad Geronimo is a
he's
buddy
told
of the
us, yeah.
show. He's 164th
Amazing guy.
Napanock Indian. Yes. And he makes moonshine and beaver skin something.
Homemade beaver tail pemmican.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man.
It's good stuff.
Wow.
He's got an Etsy store and everything.
And Mississippi string ties as well.
Yeah,
I forgot about
Mississippi
that.
string ties.
Even though he's
Yeah.
not from Mississippi at all.
Yeah, no, he's from Napanock, New York.
He's a strange guy.
It's
Yeah.
a craft. It's a craft.
But he's 164th Napanock Indian. And he makes moonshine, which is illegal, which is why we haven't had him on the show. No, we're just sipping out of this.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is first pass out of the still. So it's this much.
Okay.
You can have some out of that one.
Okay.
But generally, when you make moonshine, you want to discard the first couple ounces because it has high acetone, doesn't taste good. In high amounts, it could make you go blind.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
that's not really the case. This is a sugar wash moonshine. It's made with brown sugar, cane sugar, and turbinado sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Secret
is the,
ingredient,
This is the
Cromit.
first pass out of the still, which is at least 120 proof.
So this is the first pass?
First pass. And that is second pass, which is definitely over 100.
What did he use to make this?
I already said all of those things.
Oh, you did?
Sugar,
Yep.
sugar,
Yep.
and
so
sugar.
it's brown sugar,
Oh,
turbinado
yeah,
sugar.
sorry.
No corn, though.
Yeah.
May I get a
No corn.
No corn.
May I have a chaser?
Sure.
You got a PBR? Sure. Legend.
Okay.
Thank you.
It tastes like
Moonshine.
burning, but it's
kind of good.
The flavor's good.
Yeah.
There's this
So-
like that.
so
it's got a bite.
imagine-
it bites.
so
It
it's
bites
very
back.
smooth.
Big thing with
It's very
this is
smooth.
that
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
100
Wow,
and
that
it's
is.
over 120
Smooth.
proof. So
Wow.
And
so
I'm not a
this-
straight. I'm not a
yeah.
straight liquor guy. I never really was.
See, smooth is a funny
That-
word.
That
because
is actually. It doesn't.
doesn't
You
taste
got
that
a burn
smooth.
off of that?
Doesn't taste that smooth to me.
So second pass.
Well, you
is,
almost puked
is
hearing
only
shit stories. So
Listen, son, I drink my liquor neat.
They're going
So
for the
this
stronger
is-
version.
No, it's not stronger. So the
no.
first pass, this is just like the first
Now-
3 ounces.
now the next,
so there's
the
no
next
way.
jar is made from
Yeah.
tears of virgins. So
So the next
holy
one
water.
is pulled out of the still at about 16 to 18 ounces. So it kind of evens out, but it's 120 proof. It's like still strength. This, there's no way to know because I only pulled
Right.
that much, or Chad only pulled that much.
Yeah.
That one is going to taste fairly similar, but it's going to be a little bit lower alcohol, and it might not taste as good.
I had a.
You could pour that into a glass if you wanted to. Pretty similar, right?
I had an uncle who used to make grappa.
No.
Yeah.
You know, real ginzaloons. You know.
This is going to taste a lot like grappa.
See this? Yes, that tastes more like grappa, but
Wow. Yeah. There you go.
see that
Yeah.
you said that was smooth. That's smooth.
See
Yeah.
now
Super smooth.
This is
I
going to
felt
have a higher
I
water
felt the
content.
opposite
I'm
way.
with-
That's
yeah.
weird. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
flavor is
I did
the
too.
flavor isn't as strong as this one. Like
That
you can,
tastes like what I remember growing up.
you can taste the cane sugar, the brown sugar in this one, but the second pass
Yes.
is
So
easier,
this-
is
this is
easier to drink
probably
in my opinion. But
the
I could be
first-
just my taste buds.
The
could be
first
just
run
leveling
is
off.
probably
I don't know.
higher alcohol content. This could be
Sure.
close to pure alcohol.
So that'll make you blind after a
Nope.
jar of that.
Nope,
That-
not at
that
all.
Was, that was a
Sugar
joke.
was.
Now the Chad is very careful about that. Even though this is sugar wash moonshine, it's almost impossible to create enough acetone.
Right.
And
Usually it's the corn ones, the corn
yeah,
whiskey style that
well,
really
the,
fucks
the
you
corn
up.
whiskey style is because of the husk that goes around the corn,
Husk.
and also the
Great band, by the way.
The
Minnesota.
the membrane around the kernel
Mhm.
creates acetone and what the fuck do they
Ethanol?
use? Methanol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Methanol is what makes you go blind.
Yeah, the methanol creates the
This, I
swelling
mean,
of your retina and shit.
Yeah, this is pure sugar.
You can taste
So-
the sugar too.
Yeah, I know.
You can still
This
taste
is-
it on
I
your
mean,
lips.
essentially,
So-
this is a rum.
Now, what is the difference? Because I missed
Okay.
the first part of it. The first batch and the, second
first
batch.
run,
What was
this
the
is
difference?
the first like 3 ounces out
Uh-huh.
of the still after we would dump the methanol and
Okay.
acetone.
Because the first one is that's. I
It's
like
very
that one.
different,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
they are. It's
Yeah,
dramatic.
So this is going to be
actually.
higher proof. So this might be closer to like 180, 190 proof. And this is 120 right out of the still.
You could sell that out of a back of covered wagon, bro. And, this will cure what ails you.
Yeah, it'll also run a 2-stroke.
It's an
generator.
antiseptic, and it'll get you where you need to get.
That's
Just
it,
wait till the apocalypse.
All right, I'm going to pee.
No, you're not.
Okay. I'm looking up husk right now. I'm actually curious.
I was fucking with you, dude. I have no idea.
Methanol, especially moonshine.
Well, there is.
These corn husks.
What's that?
There is a band called Husk.
Band called Husk?
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
got. Pretty good.
You got to get them on. You got to get them on the show.
Wow.
Where are they from?
They're not from Minnesota, right? I made that part up.
You did?
Yeah.
I looked up. I typed in Husk band, and it's like it came up under the Riffipedia, the Stoner Rock Wiki. Husk is a sludge post-metal band formed in 2013 by Charlie Dowsell, Tim Kaiser, blah, 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 influenced by sludge metal bands such as Mastodon, Red Fang, Baroness, and Torch.
Mastodon.
You're a Mastodon fan?
Plus bands
We
such
went
as
to a
Sleep
Clutch
and
show
Caius.
with Mastodon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you guys are huge Clutch fans. So.
I actually met.
Oh wait, you know what? That was something else that I forgot to ask you about too. Clutch.
What about 'em?
Oh wait, no, it was Adam who had said it. That they get lumped into the stoner genre.
They do,
and they are totally not. I think they say it themselves that they're not. And I know Adam had said that.
To be perfectly honest, they're nothing like stoner. Even
No,
like
they're
their
not.
early
They're
album
not.
is
Yeah.
more hardcore, and their second
So-
album was more like hardcore funk. And then it's just like
The first time I saw
it's
them, they opened up
evolved
for
so
Maiden
much.
when Bruce Dickinson had gotten back in the band. I think it was at Irving Plaza.
Oh, we
I had
just
no
saw
idea.
them at Irving Plaza.
And I had no idea who Clutch was, and they were the opening act, and they were on the Elephant Riders tour.
Okay.
And I was like,
shit.
holy fuck, what is this? I'd never heard of them.
That's when they were
And
like
that's when
wily
I-
and
yeah.
fucking nuts. Like,
Right.
that's when
yeah.
they were.
And they and
still figuring
what a,
shit
What
out.
a great album, man. And this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
even
yeah.
before Neil had grown the beard out. You know,
Yep.
he was still clean shaven. You know, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? And it was amazing. And I was there to see Maiden because I'm a diehard Maiden fan. And I was like, wow. You know, very rarely does the opening act really, especially nowadays, really blow you away. And wow, that was something else, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just saw Clutch at Irving Plaza. That was probably the roughest show I've ever been to.
Really?
Yeah, because it was Seven Dust was the
Ah.
headliner.
Nice.
I've seen Seven Dust quite a few times.
Yeah,
My
they
wife's a
ruined the
big fan of
show.
them.
Jesus
for us.
Christ! I've seen them like.
We met
8
them.
Yeah,
times.
same
I
here.
love Seven Dust.
We
Yeah,
met
they're
them
amazing.
at the we met them at the Chance when they played a couple of years back. I got to tell you too, some of the nicest fucking guys, like so unrock starish.
Yeah, but the
that
fans are total assholes. I had
The
to
pit can be
basically
a
have
bit brutal.
bodyguard the
They're-
whole night.
if
they're-
you
Well,
think
the-
that
the
pit is
thing
brutal,
was
don't ever go
the-
see Hatebreed.
No, but the thing was
Or
the
Slayer.
pit, the
Or
pit
Slayer.
was from in that show. The
It was
pit
the
was
whole
from
It was the whole bottom floor.
like two rows back all the way to 25.
I don't
rows
get
back.
how you can have a pit for Clutch. Honestly, I don't really.
It's
There
not
is,
so
but
much
it's
a
like-
pit
But
as it's a.
well, like
it's
we've
like,
gotten kicked in the back of the head.
It's
by
like
a crowd
aggressive.
surfer.
It's aggressive hugging and like high fiving.
And like,
Yeah.
hey man,
Yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah.
And they pull you up
all
off the
right.
floor.
Like you're-
Yeah, it's kind
because
of
I've been in some pits where I was afraid for my fucking life.
This
you
is
know?
how I describe a Clutch show. It was at the Chance. They were playing.
Oh, you saw Clutch at the Chance.
Yeah,
dude.
they
Oh,
played.
one and only time
They
they'll
played
ever
a Shogun
fucking
named
play there.
Marcus, and this guy next to me who was like head to toe, Canadian tuxedo with patches, like jean
Hell yes.
jacket with the sleeves cut off and patches everywhere, jean pants. He was like all stonewashed, everything. Like I'm jumping, we look at each other, we're
That might have
jumping,
been
thumbs
me.
up, and then arms around me, arms around the next guy, and then we're just all jumping in unison, like a row of like 6 or 7 people just jumping in unison to friggin' Clutch. That's a Clutch show.
What's
That's
your favorite Clutch?
Seven Dust, on the other hand.
My favorite
Your
Clutch
favorite,
album?
because I know how big of a fan you are.
Was
That's
it
why.
the city, the one in
Listen,
the city we went to?
It's
What was
Elephant
it
Riders
called?
or Strange Cousins from the West.
Woo.
What a
Yeah.
great, you know what? Strange Cousins is an underrated album in their catalog.
Yeah,
and that's a
it
great,
is.
and what a great follow up too from
Yeah.
fucking Blast Tyrant was right. That was Strange
Yeah.
Cousins was right after
I
Blast
mean,
Tyrant, right?
Blast Tyrant.
but that's the thing. I just maybe it's Blast Tyrant.
You know, dude, don't feel
Yeah,
bad because you're not
it's
jumping
hard
on. You're
to
not jumping
do.
on the fucking
Yeah.
because like people because that's their biggest known album, really, Blast Tyrant, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's sort of like when you say like I'm a Pink Floyd fan, I love The Wall. You know, don't feel bad by saying that because it's
Yeah.
still a great record. That fucking album is unbelievable too. You know, they both are.
I mean, I like everything they've ever come out with. Their
Really?
newer stuff.
Pure
I'm
Rock
like,
Fury is it for me though. That
It's so good.
I know.
Yeah. It's all so good. I'm kind of where I'm at right now is their earliest stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, eh. And then their newest stuff, I'm like, eh. And then I kind of grow into it more and more as I listen to it.
My favorite.
It's a great thing about them though.
My favorites are Blast Tyrant and Earth Rocker.
I like Earth
Yeah,
Rocker.
dude, Earth Rocker too, man. You know,
They
Earth
make-
Rocker,
write
to be
good
honest,
fucking albums.
what's
To
the
be
album?
honest-
Cohesive.
Space
to be
Grass.
honest,
Which
when-
album
Oh,
is that?
I love that one.
Oh, that's
my favorite,
Clutch,
actually.
#1.
That is right.
Yeah.
You know what? The live
So-
version is
or
better,
number
but man,
2,
Oh, yeah.
oh my god,
when
what a
when
fucking
Space
band.
Rocker came out, I was I didn't like it. I didn't
No?
like it at first, and then it really grew on me. And the newest album,
The Book
I don't
of
even
Bad
have that.
Decisions.
Book of Bad Decisions.
I don't have it.
That
we
is
have
a
two
good
copies.
Dude, you got to listen to. That's a great album.
It's so fucking
I
good.
just- I've been bad
There's
with
a
music
song
lately. I
that's a
just
crab cake recipe.
Texas
It's
Book of
fucking
Oh yeah,
great,
hot bottom feeder. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that
Oh,
song.
dude. Yeah.
But the show that you were just talking about is on that tour,
Yeah.
and
They didn't
And you
play
never know.
most of
You
that
never know
album.
what they're
That
going to
was-
do because their sets change
that was
so
the
much.
that
you
was
know?
the crazy thing. We saw them on this tour, and they played maybe 2 songs from that album. But I've seen them on the Earth Rocker tour,
And
where
they
they play
played
the
every
album
song.
from front to
Yeah.
back.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, they do that. You know, and they. But I will say this, and I know, like, I know they hate the comparison. I know you weren't a big fan of the comparison, but excuse me. When I hear Clutch, I do hear a lot of Caius and the Desert Rock.
I mean,
Sure.
I didn't
You know?
necessarily dislike the.
No, I
comparisons,
know
but
what
yeah.
you mean, but like it has that. It's got that Desert Generator Party jam kind of vibe without that crappy Grateful Dead kind of bullshit. You know, like real jam bands, not this. You know Dave Matthews fucking Grateful Dead bullshit. I'm talking about like bands that have some real punch to
Substance.
them. Yeah, punch. You know, substance,
Again,
you know.
it's about honesty and it's about
Yeah.
kind of
Because, like, I mean, look at Fu
an
Manchu.
overall
I mean,
theme,
you know,
yeah.
like, dude, dude, they got so many fucking albums that it's like, you know, you got to go backwards into their catalog just to get really into the band, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't even realize they got 14 fucking records, you know? And
Yeah,
it's like,
Fu Manchu is sometimes
And
for
they've
me.
been
I was
around
like,
forever.
"Who is Fu Manchu, and then I go and I was just like, I can't handle all of this. There's like, I don't know any of it. I don't know any
I
lyrics.
hate that
and,
because you got to
you know,
dig to find the stuff
yeah,
that, you know,
and, like when we went to the last Clutch, like there's definitely
the
a,
Melvins
an-
are like that too. You
there's
know?
definitely an element
So
of
many
when we went to
albums.
the last Clutch show of me not being totally familiar with the new album.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The show that I went to previous, I like had
Yeah, the
listened
one
to
that we
it.
all went
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd listened to that front to back 30, 40 times.
honestly number
Yeah.
3 is Psychic Warfare.
Oh, my God. Dude, what a
Wow.
record.
Son of Virginia still gives me like
Hell
thinking
yeah.
about it gives me chills.
But, yo, you know
That's
what,
a-
dude?
such a good
Abraham
song.
Lincoln off of fucking...
Shit, yeah.
You know... The actor,
that might-
dude,
that might
it's-
be
and
why-
he's so passionate. And
that
it's
might
like,
be why that album is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
for
yeah.
me.
I knew that. Once
But
you
dude, the
said it,
title,
it's
but the
'cause
title
we
track
have a
though.
we have a bust of Abraham Lincoln
Yeah.
here because of Clutch.
But even-
like,
dude-
I bought this at a yard sale.
And I love how
because
he
of
has
Clutch.
he has
with
the,
an old ass USB crown.
I was just gonna say the crown of
Yeah.
USB
It's
on
like
him. You
a
know?
Jesus
It,
crown.
it
Give me that
really
fucking
does.
thing.
What? No,
No, leave the crown, dude. Are you kidding me? Come on,
It
That's
really
the
does
crown.
look like a Jesus crown of
dude.
thorns.
If Abe Lincoln
Yeah.
was alive
That's
today,
why
he would be an
that's-
Android user, hands down. Fuck
He
Apple.
probably would be. He'd be like, "Fuck the establishment."
I use Flash and second-party developers, and that's it. You know? But
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
dude, it's
I'm
true,
gonna
man.
split some rails over here. and
even
listen to
even
Clutch.
even the title track, "Strange Cousins from the West," is like, I remember listening to. I downloaded it. I'm like, oh my fucking
Yeah,
god!
I've got the double vinyl
That's not
of
the
that
title
album.
track.
It's so fucking good.
"Strange Cousins from the West" is.
It's not the title track though.
It's
I
not
don't
the title
think.
track?
Mm-mm. That is Strange Cousins from the West. Minotaur.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh shit, you're right.
So
My bad. Okay.
yeah, so the title of the album comes
All
from
right,
that song,
Bosch
but
keeping
it's
me honest over here.
not- you Bosch.
I'm sorry, I've had some moonshine. Fucking kiss my ass.
Hey, listen, I'm good at
So
I'm
seriously,
good at two things:
What did you guys think about the Moonshine?
audio and music.
Thumbs up.
Well, if we're gonna
Yeah.
go,
Loved it.
If we're gonna go A and B, both of them were fantastic. Absolutely, 100% right. I would go with Jar A, which
Jar
would be
A?
the smaller
That was
first
the-
one.
the
Yes,
first run.
yes, that
Yeah,
would. That, I
that's
like
Same
that
here.
one.
That's
Yeah,
to be
I like the
higher
Jar A
proof.
too. A little.
To be honest, I think Jar A is a little bit more harsh, but the flavor is better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Good,
have to
yeah.
agree.
So I'm thinking that I'll communicate this to Chad.
All right,
It's
yeah, let him
really
know.
going to be about temperature control, larger batches.
and a little less
Yeah.
dog
There you
puke.
go.
Yes,
Yeah.
less
Actually,
cromit.
funny.
Oh boy.
Buckley,
go.
No.
Cameron's gonna
Buckley's-
tune out again. There we go.
Buckley's name before we got him was Chad.
Yeah, that was the shelter that
This
we
is
got him from.
this
is
whole
Chad.
this whole night is taking a Stephen King kind of a fucking twist.
But now
It's
when we're
weird.
pissed off at him, we're like, "Fuck you, Chad, you piece of
Wow.
shit."
yeah.
And he
Because
probably just
anybody
looks
named
down.
Chad's kind of a piece of shit.
Do I know? I don't think I know any Chads. But
No.
yeah, dude, a
Do
name
you
like
know a real
No,
Chad?
I'm tampering a joke.
A name like Chad
Okay.
is someone that's excited that
gone.
they beat the rape
It's gone.
charge. You know, it's like Chad beat the rape charge. Yeah.
Exactly.
Douche chills.
Now let's go do
Like,
some.
I'm not trying to imply that we made up Chaddington Geronimo.
No,
but
a
he
guy
started
like-
off as Chad,
Yeah.
and then he
No,
became Chaddington.
A guy like Chad smokes rag weed, does shots of snaps, and fucking gets acquitted
Yeah.
on his rape charge. You know, that's about,
and he when he applies to a community college, he says that he's 164th Napanock Indian.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
like Elizabeth Warren.
Alistair's name was George.
Well, Elizabeth
That's
Warren
not
is
that bad.
more
It's
than
not terrible.
164th Indian. Chaddington Geronimo is a straight up white guy.
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
164th.
Chaddington.
That's like 5 generations out.
Chaddington is the bad guy in the fucking what is that? Oh, damn it! I lost the joke. Never mind. I fucked it up.
Chaddington is friends with DJ so and so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Draw him up. Draw him up. Draw him up. I just want to real quick talk about the Dead Radio curse to make sure that I will warn you guys.
What's the
We've had a
one?
few bands on this show that once
We've
they
had
came
more
on the
bands
show,
that have done better.
once they come on the show, they
What
they,
break
f-
break
they
up?
fall apart.
Wow.
I
Wow.
just
Well, you've been
don't,
on the show
uh,
before, right, Nick?
I
So-
have, yeah.
So I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so they've
Pitch black
expanded.
sunrise is going nowhere except up.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Straight up the ass of the competition.
Sure, absolutely, I'll agree with that. You know what?
Go way up there, Morty.
The bottom line is,
I don't want Rick and Morty.
Can I get another beer?
the bottom line is this: you got to get the right people on board with the right mentality, and if it's about creating, and it's about creating the craft, you don't have
You
to
can
define.
seriously drink as much of that as you want.
You don't
It's
have to
fine.
define the genre.
Chad won't
But
mind.
if you guys are all on the same page and everybody understands what it's about, what we're doing, and why we're doing it, there's no reason for ego or anything else to break it up. And there really is no ego in as far as our band is concerned. There really is no ego. I mean, we're all experienced musicians. We've been in bands for many, many years, and we do what we do. We write what we write, and it's funny. Like, we'll get into the studio, and I'll come up with something or whatever, and Sean will look at me and go, "What do you want me to do?" And I'll go, "Play the fucking guitar." That's what you do. You're a guitar player. I'm not gonna write the guitar part. I'll come up. I'll have an
Do
idea.
your
maybe,
job, motherfucker.
Dude,
Yeah.
exactly. And dude, I mean, and Sean, you've
Pagan
heard it.
piece of shit.
You've seen us live. Exactly. He kills it. I mean, I'm very fortunate. I'm in a band with 2 great fucking musicians. These guys.
Well, thanks, Nick.
These guys kill it. They bring it, man. Every
He's
time.
like, I wasn't talking about you.
I'm talking about some other
I was
guy.
talking about
Oh,
myself.
wait, Ryan, you're here? I'm sorry. I didn't even fucking know it.
Oh yeah.
No, but you know what? It's about getting together and just making really good music that we like.
I mean, okay music.
When you
but,
still
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine too. Wow, that's fine.
Yeah, I love your music. I'm just.
I don't crumble when people shit on themselves, but that's fine, Adam.
You
Whatever.
can talk about
know.
my okay podcast.
You know what, dude? I would never front on this podcast. I won't, because you know what? Number one, and I've said this to a lot of bands that I'm friends with too. I'm like, if you're not contacting these guys and you're not taking advantage of what they're offering, you're fucking.
You're a piece
fucking
of shit.
You're
and
fucking
you should
stupid.
Go fuck yourself, and you don't deserve to be on our podcast.
That's true. The underground type of thing like this is so
Yeah.
fucking important.
Yeah.
And what you guys are doing is so fucking awesome and so important. I don't want to blow too much smoke up your asses because I know how you
No,
guys.
no,
I know
no,
how
keep
you
going.
get.
You've done
I
it
know how
every
you
time.
get. I
You
know
should
how you
keep
get.
doing it.
No, but
You're doing great, Nick.
But dude, this
Talk
is,
about me more.
this is the kind of shit.
Talk
that,
about Ryan's contribution. He feels like he's lacking.
well, he's the angry one. You're the mellow one that can't handle dogs
No,
when they shit.
No,
And
it's the
fine.
opposite.
Am I the angry one?
I'm the angry
No.
one.
Oh, you're the loud one. Oh no, yeah,
No,
you do.
Adam's the loud
I'm the
one.
loud,
He talks
angry
over
one.
everybody.
That's true.
Ryan's a submissive, not as good as the craft one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I fly off the handle once in a while.
Yeah.
And when I
Okay.
do, it's like
Inappropriately.
it's a tornado
You
of
should.
shit.
Usually it's like everyone's like,
It's a
why?
tornado of
Now?
crummet.
It's just like
okay.
It's like, Ryan, why didn't you do that? Oh yeah, grenade, atomic bomb. I'll just throw
Everyone's
fucking
like,
everything at you.
But you know
Kitchen
what?
Okay,
sink.
can we
All-
just
All kidding
right.
aside, though, what you guys do is so important to the underground scene.
Yeah,
It's
we're
a
tr-
big.
we're trying to
It is
build
a
that.
big piece
Yeah.
of
Is it?
the grassroots underground scene movement, And if people aren't taking advantage of your show, then they are fucking stupid
can
because
go fuck themselves.
this is such a great format to get yourself out there. And you know, like I know you guys joke around sometimes.
Tens of people.
Yeah.
Tens of people.
You know what? You say that like it's a bad thing, but let me tell you this much, dude. If I go and play a show, right, and there's 10 people in the crowd that have never seen my band before and don't know who the fuck we are, and I walk out of there and 6 or 8 of those people are into my band after that show, I consider that a fucking win.
Sure.
Fuck
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And it's the same with your show, dude. If 5, 2, 3,
If we could
5
get-
more fucking
if we
people,
could seriously gain 1 listener per episode,
then you've done
we'd
your
be
job.
fucking killing.
Yeah, man. And that's
Yeah.
how it starts, you know? And that's the bottom line, dude. You guys are in the same boat as we are in that aspect. You know, you're trying to make something happen with your art, and it is art. It's a creation. You know, you guys are doing a live.
I'm doing art. You're
talked
doing,
about-
you're
we-
doing production.
We talked about shit vomit for like half an hour. I don't know how artistic that
And
is.
look at how
That
much
is
money.
art.
And look at how much money Howard Stern made off of it.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
and we're making tens of
And you're making
nothing
tens of dollars off of it.
tens of dollars.
But
Tens of
someday,
cents.
someday you'll have a Visa gift card. And
Someday
that
we'll
is-
have
is-
naked women sitting on a Sybian in the middle of the store.
You could do that now. That,
Sibian, it's not Sibian.
you
We're
know,
now
you,
in
you
a
could do
store.
that. You could do that now. This
Sibian.
is Poughkeepsie.
And I said store,
you know?
not studio.
Yeah. I'm,
I'm bad at
I'm a
this.
girl on a Sibian in my store.
Like I said, though, this is Poughkeepsie, and you could make that happen tomorrow. So,
But
you know.
I think that the avenue for all the things that you're saying already is going to be Creator Fest.
Oh,
Because-
shit.
Absolutely.
It is.
110%.
Because it's going to
Oh,
be, 10,
Because now-
12, 13 bands, something like that eventually.
And you're
I
giving
don't know.
artists
Yeah.
a fucking voice beyond what
Yeah.
they can do. And we live in a world of social media where bands can do a lot of stuff on their own. But having that aspect of the Dead Radio podcast, there's people that are, I know you joke around tens of people or whatever, but there are people that listen to the show and they're going to come to Creator Fest. They're going to watch your show when you do it, and there's bands that are on, you promote them, and this is how it works and this is how it starts. And that's why, dude, I love what you guys do. I love what this whole thing is about, man.
When I
and
was in,
it's huge. It
when-
really is.
Yeah.
when we were in high school and just coming out of high school, we got in. I more so than the rest of you guys. We got into a band called ID, and the lead singer of that band was Pete Crotty. He's in NCM now. He's been on the show and everything like
They
that.
were the last band that played
Yes, I
last
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys were great.
So
They were fucking killing it.
I've known Pete for
20 years.
fucking
We were like 16.
That motherfucker knows how to
we're
put a
going
show
in, like,
on,
we're
too,
going
by the
into
way.
20.
Dude, that guy is...
That guy
guy's
came,
live,
came
bro.
in this studio and was like, "Can I plug into that amp there?"
Fuck
no,
yeah.
you know this is in a basement, right?
How do you say no to that, though? Yo,
we
dude,
fucking
fuck
did
it,
it,
bro. Light it up. Yeah, fuck it, hey, man.
But when, so at a time where my music taste and like my just
You have taste?
learning about
He has music.
learning about live performances, learning
I mean,
about
I like his
bands,
clothes.
local talents, and everything. So I would go out to see ID, specifically ID, and there'd be bands opening for them: Waking, Spin Cycle Lava, Gizmachi, all these like local bands, Pipe Bomb. I can keep going.
I know Pipe Bomb. They're fucking
All these
badass.
bands opening for them. I'm like, fucking shit. There's a ton of fucking local bands that are just as good as any other band you hear on the radio, any other band that you hear.
The scene is very splintered.
I just, I got into radio after that because I figured it was a way to, I don't know, just reach people with information.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
part of that information was I had a radio show on Dutchess Community College, and I used to play ID, and I'd play local bands. I'd play Dayglow and all these other.
It's amazing to
little
have that
bands.
kind of freedom, you know?
And that's what I wanted to do. But when I saw the industry wasn't about that, they were all about making money and playing the popular bands. One of my favorite quotes is from Airheads. How come you don't play all these great bands? Because if they're so great, why aren't they tearing up the charts? Because you don't play them, dick. And that, I was just like, as silly as that sounds from a silly movie like that, I was just like, that's a good fucking point. Honestly, if local radio played local bands, maybe they'd get a little bit more push. So we were able to like blend it all together with this show, and
but it took us a long time to get there.
Yeah, it took us a while to get there.
Yeah,
We were
I
just
did
like,
a
fuck
whole-
Donald Trump for like 2 years.
But
wait, I did a whole anthropology project on this in college.
Yeah.
remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Jesus. But just to
I got
me,
an
it's
A
just
on
like
that.
I've,
You know what?
She got an A on it.
I did get an A on that.
There's a school of thought that says that people beyond a certain age don't open their mind to new music because they've shut down in some way.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't give a fuck actually, but I'm 49. I'm gonna be 50 in September.
Oh Jesus.
And I don't
Get
and
it
I-
out.
Oh, God damn
What's
it.
with that reaction?
But yet, but here I am in an original band all these years later after
Playing
several
your own goddamn
playing my
music.
own goddamn
Yep.
music, and I don't fucking
His way.
care. I don't fucking care. My way, I'm gonna do it. The trappings that are laid down nowadays about age and look and this and that, and it's like, dude, why? And this is one of the reasons why I love being in a band in the stoner doom community, if you will, because it's not about image, it's not about age. Nobody gives a fuck as long as you've got the riff, as long as you've got the fucking song, the groove. If you got something happening, nobody gives a fuck what you look like.
Yeah.
Like, no one cared what Tool looked like. They've never released a video of their song where they're in the video. And yet they sell...
I couldn't pick any member of that band out of one.
Exactly.
False.
And yet they sell like fucking
He's saying
hotcakes.
false.
Hush.
Okay.
Of their first EP, Opiate. They were in it. In front of a clouded glass screen.
But overall,
you are
throughout
music-
there... Okay,
you're-
so...
he's like,
yeah.
We see your point. We see your point.
Okay.
But I like.
But overall, has their look or
Okay,
has their look or image ever influenced anything about Tool?
Never.
Not
Never.
one
Yeah.
fucking
Well, it's
iota.
like it's like Shadow Witch. They've been on the show before. Their
Yeah.
lead singer is 85 years
Yeah.
old. Earl is 85.
And I love her. Earl's a character.
Still rocking.
I talk to Earl quite a bit, and Earl's a character. And yeah, dude,
Earl
he's like
Walker Lundy
Yeah.
on Facebook is an amazing, beautiful
Earl was the
human
guy-
being, and is not.
Earl was the guy that handed the spear to the Roman soldier that stabbed Christ. And you know, that's Earl.
Yes.
Earl was like,
I gotta say,
no.
so Shadow Witch was our first band interview.
Local band.
And
yeah.
tell me they're
Yeah.
not a killer fucking band.
They're
They're
amazing.
fucking killer.
Aren't
Awesome.
they? We played. We opened for them at Snug. Over the summer.
That
and,
band, that
yeah.
like they're fucking
crush.
amazing.
They completely
they
crush.
really do. Yeah.
They have been
And
in
they've been through more
studio.
drummers than we have, which is like it's fucking Spinal Tap kind of shit, you know. And it was funny because they had Doug Beans playing with them for a while,
Doug Beans is
from Murphy's Law, you know.
Yeah.
Doug Beans is
And
amazing.
when I met Doug, and I was talking to him on Facebook, and I'm
Rest
like,
in
dude,
peace, Doug Beans.
yeah, and I was
He's
like,
not dead. Stop.
no,
I'm
I know, right? That's fucked up, dude. But I'm like, dude, are you played Murphy's Law? He's like, yeah. I was like, dude, I remember seeing you in the fucking late '80s, early '90s down in Lower Westchester where I grew up, and I'm like, holy fuck, you know. Because Murphy's Law and Mucky Pup were like legendary shows where I grew up. You know, those shows were like, you know, DRI, Murphy's Law, Mucky Pup. Those were like fucking hardcore, like fucking. Those shows were killer.
It all circles back to honesty again. And now,
And that
just
motherfucker
with
can play.
the
Holy
with
shit.
with local bands. I mean, you know, there's not going to be every single local fucking band. Every band out of Poughkeepsie is not going to be, you know,
Killing
a diamond.
Right.
But
give them the fucking
they're
opportunity. You
They're
know?
they're starting out. You can tell a hungry band or a band, either a hungry band or a band that loves just playing music. You can tell, and when they're in that stage where all they give a shit is about the immediate area and getting 1,000 people listening to them.
Right.
That's it.
Yep.
The number in my head is 1,000.
Okay.
If you get 1,000 people in your local area listening to you, that's a win. That's a huge win. If we get 1,000 downloads a day, I would constantly
pants.
come in my pants.
I
Wow.
would kill you.
Constantly.
I would shoot you in the face for that.
Yes.
Well, look, I'll put it to you
I
this
would
way.
grenade this show and shoot you in the face for that.
I know how you guys are about your musical taste, and knowing that you guys like what we do means a lot to us because you guys are very discerning in your taste, you know, and you know, to have us on and to promote it honestly, not just you're promoting it because we came on the show and it's like, well, it's the right thing to do. Like you guys really do like what we do, and that means a lot. You know what I mean? Like it's important.
It's important to note because I will have anyone on the show, and if I don't like their music, I will
You'll-
tell them
I know you-
that
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like their music.
I know
'Cause
that,
we
yeah.
have done that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a country guy on, Brian Rubin. He came on,
Yeah.
and I was like, listen, I fucking hate country.
What's
I fucking
Well,
hate it. It's the
and
worst.
we had-
However,
we had James
you're
on
very
too,
good at it.
James Hearn.
James Hearn.
Yeah.
He plays like more of an
but he's
Americana
so
kind of thing.
good.
He's fantastic.
So good.
Brian-
It's just
Was this
not-
the yacht rock again? We're gonna go back to that.
Well, then there's let's go back to that. American film history, Frank McGinnis. That's not something I normally listen to. However, having him on the show, watching him play, listening to his music more often, and he's just
a
like
week later, you're like, I'm all about
You'll
this.
agree.
Yeah, I'm like, son of a bitch. This
You'll
is
agree
actually
with
good
this.
shit.
It's not the genre. It's the honesty.
Exactly.
Right or wrong.
Yeah.
If you're
honest
Good
about
music
it,
is good
if you're
music.
in
And the-
love with
yeah.
what you do
And the passion.
yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Passion.
You
Yes.
know,
Passion
Which I
and
haven't
the
gotten
honesty.
from you because
I'll-
I've had like
No?
9 years.
I'll put it to you've seen him play.
I'm a
That's
subtle
all
guy.
I gotta
I'm
say.
very subtle. I'm a subtle guy.
Listen. First of all, Ryan makes us a better band. That's the bottom line.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like,
need to
we
see
had
more.
guys.
Well, but
Are you both?
I'm sorry, I get confused.
So does
I'll-
Bosch. But you know what, dude? You have to bring it. You know, when we play, it could be 3 people or whatever. In my mind, I'm up there in front of 10,000 fucking people.
Yep.
It could be an empty fucking bar. I don't care. I'm gonna fucking talk to you like I'm at the goddamn garden.
That's what they said about Andrew Wood.
That's where I take it
They
from.
said when Mother Love Bone played, Andrew Wood played to 10 people like he was playing to a stadium.
10,000 fucking
Yep,
people. And
that's
that
where you
dude,
gotta be.
and that exactly, that's the fucking way you have to be, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You paid $10 to get in the fucking door. I'm gonna give you your fucking money's worth. I'm
I
gonna
will
give
say
you a
this,
show.
being in a band that's played in front of 5 people, it's tough.
It is.
Playing in front
I
of
mean, you played in front of us.
the
I
There,
get that, man.
when you're only playing in front of the bands that
Yeah.
you're opening for.
And I'll turn that right back around on them, and I'll make a goof out of it or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Listen, we're here, we're playing. It's a glorified rehearsal. I don't give a rat's ass. We're playing.
But then
And you're gonna dig it.
But you got to remember, like the Jerry Lee Lewis opening for Chuck Berry, and he was like, "Fuck this! I don't want to open for Chuck Berry." They're like, "Well, you're gonna." He's like, "All right, fuck him then." And he went out and he tore the place to shreds. The whole place is on their feet, freaking out. This is from Great Balls of Fire. I'm sure it's like
It
a
is,
little bit
yeah.
pumped up and everything like that. But it's just, I'm gonna blow this place to smithereens. And he walks off stage. Follow that, Chuck.
Yeah.
And leaves. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, I have the same attitude. I've said this to Ryan. We were talking about like who we're playing with or whatever, and I'm like, dude, I'll go on before Metallica. I'll go on after Metallica. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna know that Pitch Black Sunrise just hit this stage.
Right
I don't
on.
care whose show it is. I don't give a fuck. We're here to play, and we're gonna give you our show, and we're gonna do it, and that's the bottom line, man. Come and see us. Anybody, all the 10, 11 people that are watching the show. Come and see it. You're gonna get a show.
It's a
And
good
you-
show. It's a good
and we
show.
are gonna kick your musical ass from one end of the fucking room to the other.
And
That's
what
it.
and what makes it worth it is we'll be playing, and I'll look out and I'll see a guy or a girl that I've never seen before that's never seen us live, and look over and they're just stomping their foot, shaking their head up and down, and I'm like, that's great. We've connected with them. They've never heard us before. They're having a good time.
Almost famous.
Yeah.
I find the one person in the audience that's not getting off, and I make them get off.
Yep. I will look right at them.
That's a good quote.
What's up? What's the matter?
Give him the hip, the
the matter?
fucking hip thrust, the bass player fucking thrust from Airheads again.
I can't really do that because I am
Rex,
almost
what are you doing,
50,
man?
so I got to watch a lot of the hip thrusting now because something might pop.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Holy shit!
What?
2 hours and 50 minutes.
Are you kidding?
That's where we're at.
Wow. Did you guys
That's
cover?
like a Joe Rogan podcast.
I like his podcast.
This might be a
Oh,
record.
it's so good.
Do you guys did you
really long.
guys cover everything you wanted to cover?
Yeah.
I think so. No, we didn't talk shit about.
We didn't eat the sugar
don't need
babies,
to
but we
talk
don't
shit
need to
about
eat the
sugar.
sugar babies.
All right.
We don't need to talk shit
Play
about
the bumper.
All right, hold on.
Really quickly.
Adam's
Dead.
wrong, that's why
Radio?
he's doing it.
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
I'll eat these.
That was American Psycho, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. This is Suit Studio.
One more time, very clean.
Dead.
Radio?
Snack time.
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
There you go.
I just want to say.
And we're
that
eating sugar babies.
sugar babies.
And the most unsatisfying
It's
candy
fucking
on the
gross.
planet Earth.
I'm going to abstain.
Pass around.
No, thanks. I'm trying to quit.
And on that note,
Just gross.
Well, this has been
It's terrible.
This is
It's terrible.
Oh, wait. March 23rd.
Yes.
At the Chance. By the way, you're both buying fucking tickets. I will be back before the show.
I have to buy them?
Yeah. The fuck?
I'm a
Can we
radio
get Tom to
personality.
All right,
You're
we can
famous.
we can work it out.
Do I have to buy one? I didn't get a T-shirt.
I'll buy it together.
You know what? Yours is free for dealing with him.
That's right.
So
that's the perks. That's the
March 23rd at the Chance. Pitch Black Sunrise in support of Blackwater Rising with Book of Lies and Dirty Black 7. This is the show that you do not want to fucking miss. Trust me on this. All 4 bands on this bill are going to absolutely tear Poughkeepsie apart. This is it, guys. Come to this show.
Pitch Black Sunrise, newest EP. Tales of a Broken Jester. PitchBlackSunrise.com. PitchBlackSunrise.bandcamp.com
Yep.
and Facebook.com and Instagram.com. Pitch Black Sunrise.
We're on Twitter too, but
you guys got the trifecta or whatever.
We're trying.
Like,
We're
like,
trying.
You don't have to be like Pitch Black Sunrise Band or anything.
That's
like
our
that.
email.
Oh shit! Oh no! But whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. This is a fucking shitload of fun. This might be some sort of a record.
Thank you for having us.
We're almost
Always,
at
dude.
3
Always
hours.
a good time on here, man.
I know that we had an hour of Moss, an hour of. We had like half an hour of
Welcome
music,
to-
half an hour of shit.
It was a Solstice, right?
This was a banner. Dead Radio episode.
I think so.
Band interview. Shit talking about religion. Shit talk.
puke.
Shit talk in general. Shit story. This is like
It was on the Solstice,
The great,
right?
the
and
great,
on the solstice.
Yeah, moonshine.
the moonshine.
And it was 62
the,
degrees outside.
Yeah, and the great
So the
Stoner
world
Doom,
is
Stoner Doom
ending.
grunge debate, which we're not done with.
We covered all our bases. This was great. It was
I think so.
fantastic. Wonderful job. Dead Radio Podcast, Moss Spectacular 4, Breaking Dawn Part 1.
You almost
Yeah.
said Breaking Bad. I
And
guess.
if you're
you saw me stop,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
I'm
If
like,
you're an
stop,
independent,
focus, go.
if you're an indie band and you're not coming out here and taking advantage of these guys and reaching out to them and getting on this show, you're doing yourself a disservice. Get on this show. Get together with these guys. They know good music, and they put on a great show.
AdamDeadradio@gmail.com or RyanDeadradio@gmail.com, which I will forward to AdamDeadradio@gmail.com.
Now you've confused everyone. Look
I'm
up
doing-
Dead Radio Podcast on
I'm
Facebook.
doing the bookings, so adamdeadradio@gmail.com for bookings, and yeah, we'll go from there.
So I'm gonna let's do titles anyway.
Well,
Sure.
they're more hashtags.
Like
since
we
you already
usually
have a title.
typically we do titles of the show, but let's go through what we thought we might have taken.
So the
and what we might
winner,
have used.
in my opinion,
Okay.
would be the Hand of Sermon.
Fuck you, Adam.
And we have hashtag duck rape.
That's mine. I'm going to vote for Duck Rape.
That's a title in itself.
Yeah. So we have the Hand of Sermon. Hashtag duck rape. Hashtag dead radio sex ed.
Oh. All right.
Mental health choices.
Bosch
Bosch
Family Christmas.
Xmas.
Xmas, yeah.
Never shit.
Oh, did
What
I
is
say
that?
tub?
You've never shit in the tub? Question mark. We also have hashtag shit puke. Hashtag what's the other one?
Liquid shit.
Liquid
and
shit and hashtag cromit, which is please circle that one because that is gold. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, we've did it.
We've did it.
What a great show! Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Yes, thank you. It's been a
At
pleasure.
least hashtag duck.
It's circle hashtag duck rape. I mean,
Fuck yeah.
yeah, it's controversial, but that's the whole point.
Have me back on for that
But
one.
the
I
hand,
want to.
the Hand of Sermon.
The hand of
Have
sermon.
this sermon.
The hand of sermon. Jesus, have you watched the movies? They say it like 1,000 times.
You know, that's just hurtful.
Next week, no show. We have
I've been hashtag
Florida. Florida. What is that from Simpsons? Florida. Oh boy! All right, so that's it. I have to probably mop up a bunch of water in my basement, and then some puppy piss that's definitely all over the floor back there. He can't last more than half an hour before doing that. Okay, is he sleeping?
He's kind
He's like looking at us. Right there.
All right. Well, Eisen, the reason why he's being so social is because he's got to go out. So, whatever. This is all nonsense. PitchBlackSunrise.com. That's what it's about. Keep Christ out of Christmas. Happy Moss, everybody.